What's going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? Okay. If you are coming into the video and you have yet to like the video, please go ahead and do so. Go ahead and like the video for your girl. Okay. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do that as well, honey. Give me a second. Give me a second. Well, hey, bitch. What is going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? What's going on? How is everybody doing on this lovely Monday? Whew, girl, I hope everybody, all the mothers, happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys had a wonderful day on yesterday. I was going to go live, changed my mind, decided that I just wanted to chill. You know what I'm saying? Your girl was tired. All right, your girl was tired. Yes, we have a few things we're going to get into. We're not going to talk about Marry Me Now. Not much there. Okay. Woman proposed to her Caucasian man after 11 months. Got engaged. Her daddy over in Nigeria wasn't too happy about that. He came around, right? Very quickly accepted it. The guy accepted the proposal. It is what it is. Okay. Not that great of an episode. Let me see if somebody. Okay, so okay then. Right. All right, so we're going to get into Ready to Love, and then we're going to go ahead and move over to Put a Ring on It, and then we'll get into the show that everybody has come here for, which is Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? I am going to take my time with this, all right? So get cute, honey. Get comfortable, girl. Get your earphones or whatever else it is you need while you over there, doing whatever you do, boo. Okay, and we are going to talk about some things, okay? Let me go ahead and check out real quick, who we have in the chat, child. Girl, my energy, let me just say this. My energy was pretty good as I got ready to do this live. Then I go over to my Instagram and I saw that there was a particular message on there that made me, feel away. And I really was going to go to the left with this person, but I just responded, and I'm sure you're watching this video now. I responded to you asking a question, so you can go back over there and answer that question for me. It's one thing that y'all not going to do, okay? You're not going to tell me how to do my videos, okay? That's what you're not going to do. All right? Now, if you feel a way about anything, feel free to go and find the individuals that suit your personality and your viewpoints and your perspective. That is what you can do, or you merely can create your own channel and give your own thoughts. But don't tell me what to do on my video, baby, because I'm going to do what it is that I want to do. And if you find that that's going to be biased towards someone, then that's just on you. Then I'm biased. Then what's going on? And if it turns out that I'm going in favor of what you think, then, hey, I'm going in favor of what you think. All right? So it is what it is. Feel how you want to feel. Just because you don't like somebody on the show don't mean I got to dislike him. And just because you see a show a certain way don't mean I got to see it like that. Get it together. Get it together. Because you almost found yourself with a hard B. But I said I'm not going to do a hard B. I'm just going to respond because I have questions that need answers. Then you can let me know. Okay? So there's that. Okay, so let's go ahead, girl, because girl, they had me a little effed up just for a second. Okay, I'm like, BIT, girl, don't get cussed the entire out on this beautiful Monday, bright Monday. Okay, y'all don't tell me what to do, baby. You don't run this over here, dear heart. So get this together and go find somebody else. I just don't be understanding that. People trying to tell people what they can and can't do or what they should and shouldn't do. Girl, go get your own shit. Okay, girl, I just really feel like you just came into my house and tried to tell me where I need to put stuff. Don't get it. You don't put in on this for real. Okay? You're a view. And once you remove your view, there's going to be somebody else that's going to be watching. Actually, there's going to be 5 more people coming behind you. Get it together. Girl, I'm being very nice and very polite. But you know who you are. Suzanne. That ain't her name, but that's what I call folks. So let's keep going. All right, let's go ahead and get into Ready to Love. I'm so glad this season is over. I am. I'm so glad. Girl, what the... It's still going. I'm so glad the season is done. What's going on, everybody over here in the chat this morning? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Real quick, while this thing is adjusting over here, let me see what you guys are saying. What's up? What's up? Yes, please like the video, guys. Come on in and please like the video. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I know it's belated, but we're gonna say it like it's today. Period. Let's see what's going on. Girl, I'm just saying, they had me, girl. This mess. See, let's see how you don't like my opinion, but you stay coming to my channel trying to watch me. That is what gets me. Oh my. They are, and it's primarily about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I said this a few reviews ago. It's really becoming Potomac. You know, it's really becoming Potomac-like. And I'm just like, ugh, we hate to see it. We hate to see it. All right, you guys. Let's see. I agree. Speak, Jamie. I left other channels because their content and language didn't suit me. Your commentary suits me. So they need to find a channel that suits them. Please do. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Okay, so let's go ahead, girl, and let's talk about Ready to Love. Let me go up some because I'm not talking about that other show today. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Okay, Precious and Laverne. So y'all know we left off on last week's episode with Precious and Laverne. Okay, so Precious says Laverne is a liar. He's a liar, honey. She calls him a liar. And that's primarily because Laverne and Sabrina had this issue, okay? I guess Sabrina thought she was going to have a sit-down conversation with Laverne, but Laverne didn't want to talk because he had heard from Precious that some of the ladies were trying to get together and trying to get him off the show. And it was like he made it seem like Sabrina was the person that primarily created this whole thing, okay? When it wasn't, y'all. We come to find out it was Carmen. And I'm sorry, but I do believe that it was indeed Carmen. All right, Sabrina calls out Carmen. And she says that she tried to, Sabrina calls out Carmen on how she was trying to break up Joy and Clifton, Ace and Laverne. So she was trying to break up the couples. And I'm just like, I mean, it gives that. Just the way she was trying to break up Eric and Dakia, I could see her edging her way in, trying to break up Ace and Laverne and Clifton and Joy. And you know what gets me is, and I want to say this now because I wrote it later, but I don't want to forget. Yeah, I mean, it's on my mind now. Not that I don't want to forget, but it's on my mind now. I don't understand how Joy had so much smoke towards Dakia, but you didn't have anything to say about Carmen when you found out she was trying to break up you and Clifton. Girl, I can't. All right. So Sabrina says that he was never in her top. He was always in her bottom. So it was nothing for her to vote him out anyway, because he was just in her bottom. So that's just where it was. Right. Carmen says that she didn't call Sabrina. Okay. Yeah, so Carmen says that she didn't call Sabrina. I feel like, girl, you lying. Okay, period. Like, you lying out the gate. I do believe you called that woman. And I feel like Precious and Sabrina said that. So why are you getting up here saying that you didn't do that? I'm like, girl, she lying. F her, girl, she lying. And I just feel like a lot of these cast members are liars, period. A lot of them are liars, okay? So, what else? Demetrius. They get to Demetrius segment, right? The ladies seemed like they were sweating him at one point. Everybody wanted them a piece of Demetrius, okay? Tina thinks that he's cool. When Tommy asked her, like, how do you feel about Demetrius? Now she's like, I mean, girl, he cool, but I mean, like, he ain't for me. I'm like, Tina, ain't nobody out here for you, period. I mean, they just ain't here. It's all right. So Sabrina only wanted to be friends, but they didn't talk at all. Hold on, wait. Why did I write this? Sabrina, why did I write this? Sabrina so Sabrina and Demetrius, I guess after they stopped talking or stopped dating, they only wanted to be friends, but they haven't been talking to each other at all. Okay, according to Demetrius. Okay, he thought it was gonna be cool, but they ain't been having no conversation at all. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, sorry guys. I was hearing this noise. I was like, what the is this noise? I did see this before I left. Thank you so much, Lucky Charm, for the super chat. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know that you can hear me without issue. Let me know that you can hear me without issue. I just ran into Laverne at MGM here in Maryland. He said it's all editing. I said, yeah, right. And I would have said the same thing. Yeah, right. It's editing, baby. It's editing. What am I drinking, honey? It's a caramel macchiato. You know, the little iced one that you can get, or the cold one or whatnot you can get in the store. I just put some of that in a cup with a little bit of caramel. A little bit of caramel syrup or whatnot, girl. That's all I got. Okay, so sorry guys. Okay. All right, good. Y'all can hear me. Okay, I was hearing this noise. I was like, what is that? I couldn't pinpoint it. So I didn't know if it was picking up on my mic. But anyway, sorry about that. Back to Demetrius' segment. Okay, so the ladies were sweating him at one point, and that kind of phased out because they saw that Demetrius really is not a chaser at all. Now, when it came to Miss Girl, what's her name? Tina says, I mean, I think he's a cool guy. I just don't think he's the guy for me. Girl, we're nobody there, the guy for you. Okay, she just wasn't really feeling him like that. I feel like she tried to feel Donovan, but it just didn't land. Okay, I just don't think she was really interested. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, so Sabrina, they were supposed to be friends afterwards, but decided they not. Okay, he hasn't talked to her. I think he was open to the friendship, seeing where things would go. Sabrina wasn't open to the friendship. She wanted to move the hell on. It was what it was. So let's get to Paul's segment. Okay, Paul, Precious. Precious. I'm sorry. Precious made a fool of herself this reunion. It's just what it is. Precious said that she didn't like how Paul came at her. Paul ended up apologizing to her for whatever reason. And Precious said that she's at a place where she's not open to accepting his apology or something like that. Now, what was also interesting was that I think it was at the same time, Precious kind of came at Demetrius too, because she didn't like how he tried to make her out to be like a party girl. But I feel like all of the guys made you out to be that way. And even more than anything, if it wasn't you, Precious, it was production, because that's the energy that a lot of the people got from you as well. But you decided to, like, girl, she was just showing her as to me. Okay, I guess she didn't initially like the breakdown of how she got involved with the whole Carmen said this and that, Laverne, they trying to eliminate you or whatever that was going on. But Paul apologized to her, and she says, well, I'm at a place where I'm working on accepting his apology. I was like, okay, Precious. Anyway, when he gets to Carmen, I just gave a disgusting face. She is adamant about Paul speaking negatively on Daikia. All right. Now, I think somebody ended up confirming some things. I think it was Tina at a later time confirming how Paul operates and how he has operated with her, which confirms what it was that Carmen was saying. Okay, but let's keep going. So Daikia says that she thinks Daikia says she thought Carmen had a stronger connection with Paul than what she really had. Okay. Daikia did let us know that she is dating. She actually took to her social media page to post her man, who is a very nice looking man. Okay. Looks like he's a bit of successful as well. Okay. So that man does look good. And I said, okay, well, shout out to you, girl, because none of the guys on the show were giving. So I'm glad that you were able to find somebody to give you a relationship outside of this show, okay? And it seems like they've been friends for a minute, she said. So, I mean, they look cute. And I was like, he's very handsome. So good for her. Paul says he's dating too. Did he say he got him a little shorty or something like that? I said, Paul, if you don't get your ass, okay? If you don't get your ass, I mean, I said, well, the first thought that came to my mind was, baby, you ain't dating. Stop lying. You just want to feel like you got something going on. And then I said, well, you can't be like that. I mean, if you want to believe that Kia is dating, then maybe he's dating too. Well, I'm glad Zakia decided to take to social media to post her boo. And let's keep going. So we get to Tina's segment. Tina said leaving was her way of doing right by herself in so many words. It was the best thing for me, which is why I decided to leave. Okay. That's where I'm at with it. So she says all of the dates made her feel like she was over the process, and there are no connections here. And I figured that must have been something that was going on. But then she also entered the process so late in the game where a lot of the connections were already made. So had she came in sooner, maybe she would have matched and made a better connection, with somebody else. I don't believe Tina. Why would Paul put someone on three-way to put him on blast? That don't sound right. Ooh. Oh, maybe he called this person thinking they were going to speak to one specific thing, and that person ended up airing them out on other stuff. Yikes. But I don't know. You could have a point, though, child. The season was blah, and the reunion was boring. Tommy could have done that in one episode. Child, hilarious. He really could have. He really could have, child. That's what he said, a dime shorty. I cannot. Last year, Camille and Cornelius were ridiculed for not following the process. Joy and Clifton played the game, and Ikea got caught up in the middle. People should just leave once coupled up. Maybe there could be a proper way to exit them off the show. If they feel like, are you willing, like where we are in this process, are you willing to continue this relationship any further? Or would you rather stay in the game and continue to find the other connections that's there for you in this process? Maybe that's one of the ways they could offload some people. If they were to kind of like, I guess, like shift the angle of the show, right? Because the angle is to see how many couples they can make out of all of these people. But it seems like once people start coupling up, people try to break up the connections. So I mean, maybe if they were to leave the show, and a lot of people want them to leave the show, maybe they can give them that option. Hey, I want to go further. Do you want to continue to date, or do you want to, end the process altogether and go your separate ways from me? Or would you like to stay in the process because you have another connection in you? You know what I'm saying? Maybe they could start doing something different like that. Carmen did a lot of pot stirring behind the scenes and played all coy during part 2. And I agree. I feel like a lot of people see right through Carmen. In addition to that, I feel like it doesn't say a lot, but it definitely makes me side-eye Donovan, that you just think that she's such a great person or amazing person for you decide to be with. Like, I guess like both of y'all shady as hell. I noticed Paul had more connections than Paul. What you mean? Paul had more connections than Paul, and wasn't nobody going in on him like they did Sabrina. Paul had more connections than Paul. I'm trying to see what you mean. I think, and as far as like people not going in on Paul versus Sabrina, I've been wanting Paul to lead the show. That's just for me. But at the same time, I feel like I think just how Sabrina kind of handled some stuff, Paul didn't. We didn't see Paul's stuff on camera, but how Sabrina kind of handled some situations made people side eye her. Like, you over here pursuing Donovan, but then both of y'all out of a marriage, but you want to say you don't think he's ready for another relationship or whatever. And it's like, so how you know you ready? Which was a great question. Then you want to sit up here and kiss all up on Demetrius. Then you and Demetrius have a conversation primarily from you of like, hey, let's see where this goes. Like, I want us to focus on each other. And then when it's time to give that affection to him, you don't want to give that affection. Well, you so willingly gave him the affection when he didn't technically, choose you, or whatever the case was. Okay, when y'all was in limbo, when you was talking to Tori, and then now all of a sudden y'all know what it is, you're focusing on each other and you don't want to show affection. Like, Sabrina is highly confusing, and she was bogus. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Paul shouldn't have got rid if people felt like, he was doing some things out of the way. I just think he probably did it based on how he handled his connections. And what was interesting though, like when I think about it, and y'all correct me, but Paul had connections, but I don't think Paul was sold on one person either. And Sabrina wasn't really sold either, even though we could tell she was really sold on Demetrius. That's what she really went back to every time. And she only entertained the other guys because they gave her a little bit of what she wanted, but she really wanted her some Demetrius. Let me see what else. Paul just seems all over the place. He doesn't seem genuine in his answers or his intentions. He gave me somebody, please pick me vibes. Ooh, well, Paul was a cool guy. He ended up being more open and upfront than the other men. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got over here. Okay, so when it came down to the what's her name? The connection with Tina and Paul says that he had mixed emotions. And I think it was mixed emotions by her not showing up, right? Leaving the process or whatever. He said he had mixed emotions, and Tina just jumped out the cage like, I'm finna just tell y'all what it is, squirrel. Okay, but then what is it? Girl, he a liar. No, that's just what it is. He's a liar. Okay. And actually what it was is that he wanted me to self-eliminate. He wanted me to self-eliminate. Hear what I say? He wanted me to self-eliminate so that I could go off and be with him. And I was like, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I don't know, girl. Tina could be lying. Tina could be lying, right? But I mean, she also, I don't know. I don't know. She could be telling the truth. Tina says he wasn't interested in anyone on the show, so therefore confirming what it was that Miss Carmen was saying about the type of woman that he likes and stuff, right? And Paul really likes younger women, out his own mouth. So maybe it wasn't enough younger women on the show. Paul needs a younger woman because I feel like Paul is a manipulator. I think he has a way with words, and he needs somebody who he can get in like that. And other women wasn't really gonna play with him. Thank you so much for the super chat. Clifton kept Dakia on the hook to stay on the show. Joy almost got kicked off for only having Clifton as her only connection, and did. And she got extremely combative, and I think she sat down with Demetrius and started going in on him, talking about she don't even think he here ready for love. So she showed her ass. But so I don't know why anybody really surprised at Joy, now that I think about it, with how she was acting with Demetrius when she thought she was going to go home and try to flip the script and flip it off of her and onto him. Girl, sit down. So Tina says Paul came on the show to promote a book, which did not necessarily sound right, because Paul said, what he said, he worked in entertainment or something. He was like, I don't have a book, I work in entertainment. And then I did kind of think, well, you could be writing a book about that. Like, a lot of people write books about entertainment and music and stuff. So, I mean, maybe, but I mean, we didn't see that. So I don't know. I don't follow his personal page either to know, but I feel like everybody came on this show, to find love, but also for whatever additional clout that they could possibly get from the show. Of course, so I mean, why not? That's what they did. What else? Tina says Tina doesn't like, okay. So nephew Tommy brought up the fact that Tina did not show up to meet him. And she kind of found it to be disrespectful, but Tina didn't think that it was being disrespectful because she felt like she was protecting her peace. So she's asking him, like, do you think you deserve an apology or something like that? Are you asking for an apology? And I don't think he was. I think he just wanted her to acknowledge the fact that what she did wasn't cool. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, she wouldn't want that done to her. So there's that. Okay, let's get to Precious and her segment. So she didn't like how the guys tried to portray her, trying to portray her out here to be a party girl or whatnot. She says she's a social person, not a party hopper. I don't know, girl. I mean, you was giving a little bit of that energy. I mean, that is okay. It is a bit okay. I mean, she likes to be out and have a good time. I feel like there are other guys out there that are like that too. But anyway, she says that she had one bad date with Demetrius, but she never had any phone conversations, anything to expound on, nothing for him to feel how he felt about her. Okay, so she just kind of felt the way about that. I thought they were cool. I thought they probably had more interactions from when they were at the lake house and they were able to pull each other to the side and have a conversation. So I assumed that they probably had interactions outside of camera time. But she says no, they had one bad date and no other combos outside of that. So I'm like, I don't know, Precious. I don't know. Precious to me was making me believe that she actually had something else going on. Like that whole running off and going crazy and calling people out their name and yelling and doing these, like 0 literally to 100. Even though I do believe some of it was editing, I think they left some things out. But I feel like Precious is probably dealing with other things outside of the show. And that's why she probably was just like, why am I here dealing with this BS when I got so much other stuff that's going on in my life? That's what it was given to me. What else? She says that she didn't hear all of the guys say that, she was a party girl or whatever they tried to label her as. She said she didn't hear all the guys say that. And I don't believe that. And I don't believe that. Tommy even asked you, because Tommy obviously heard it, and they played the clips and they was like, how did you feel? Tommy asked her, how did you feel about what the guys had to say? So for some reason, it seems like she may have an issue with Demetrius. I don't know what that is. I don't know. It's probably not Demetrius. It's probably some other shit. Miss Girl got some stuff going on, girl. Okay, let's keep going. What else? I said, I don't give a fuck. Precious did the absolute most. She had some other stuff going on. Some of her convo towards Demetrius didn't even make any sense. So she just had a lot of things that she needs to go work through. And then she decides to get up talking about some FUBIT or whatever it was that she said, and just got rude, got up, left. I don't know what was going on with this girl. I do not know. I think she was tired of all of the men tripping on her. Just Demetrius was disrespectful. And so was Tommy trying to get her to stop her language. I didn't see it like that. I didn't see Demetrius as being, Demetrius did say this. Now I will say this. When he asked her, "Are you high?" Now, sir, he did. That's for me. He didn't necessarily have to say that. He could have said, "Precious, what's going on?" You know, he didn't have to say, "Are you high?" So for me, when I look at him asking her that, "Are you high?" I see, I guess, a bit more frustration in her if you're leading people to already think that I'm just that party girl and like to hang out and this and that. So not only did you do that, but you're still missing the moment, or or you're lacking understanding that you would go to a place of, "Are you high?" Because what do a lot of people do? Okay, the party people do. They do go get high. So yeah, that was a problem. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah. Why did Tommy stop Precious and not Eric with the language? I'm trying to remember. He didn't stop. He didn't stop Eric. I thought he said, "Wait, hold on." He didn't say that. He didn't tell him to slow down. Maybe not. Maybe not. If he did not stop him, that's fucked up. Because Eric just said, what did he say? He said, "How the fuck," or something. He didn't call her out her name, but he said, "How the F," something or whatnot. If he didn't check him, he should have, because that conversation definitely did not warrant what the hell Dakia was talking about. So why would you even you could have got your point across without cussing at that lady. So he definitely was wrong. And Tommy was wrong. If he didn't check him, he was wrong for that. Just like he was wrong for sitting up there allowing Demetrius to say why he didn't open up to Sabrina or whatever the case was. Like, that's why we're on this show. You preach that every time you get with the group, for them to be open to the process and stuff, but he don't want to be all the way open with her because she dating somebody else. So yeah, Tommy, you're gonna have to tighten up, buddy. Tighten up. Let me see. Demetrius was passive aggressive because he felt challenged by a woman. Y'all know how he is. I didn't see it like that. Okay. But y'all don't think that Precious was loud and not really allowing him to speak? And then he tells her, "You've been on 10 all day." He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. I don't think he was lying at all. Oh, so Tommy did tell Eric to hang on when he said what he said about when he said what he said to the kid. I can't remember everything Precious said, but I know she called that man a BIT versus just saying SHI. You know what I'm saying? Or FUCK, versus saying fuck or shit or whatever. She actually called this man out his name. So maybe the reaction got a little different from Tommy. I do. Precious blames him for being voted off, and it takes all the men to vote her off. Oh, so you think that's why she was upset, because he voted her off? Gotcha. Tommy is a little bit chauvinistic and old fashioned. He tried to hide it, but can't hide it. Okay. Okay. So he did. Okay. So he didn't say anything to Eric. Gotcha. Oh, she went after him because he was a spokesperson. If Demetrius had did the same to Precious, he would have been wrong. So Precious is wrong. I mean, that's true. I think so. If he would have called her out her name, they probably would have told him he had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Probably say, "You gotta go." Excuse me. I think Demetrius was gaslighting her a little bit, though. Then asking her was she high was too far, not to mention him calling her a party girl, which is code for her warranted reaction, in my opinion. Okay. And Tina stated that she didn't stand Tommy. Oh, she didn't stand Tommy up. He knew that she was there a day earlier. Precious did just jump up, called him a bit, and he has his favorites too. So sexist Tommy be a lot. Oh wow. Well, let's scoot over. Oh my. Let's scoot over. So Dakia speaks on how she wasn't surprised at their connection. Let me go back. Dakia said she wasn't surprised at their connection because it was clear. So this is where we get to what's these people named? Joy and Clifton, when it came down to them, right? Tommy asked her, was she surprised at the connection? They seem to have built a strong connection from the very beginning. I've even said that, right? Dakia speaks on how she wasn't surprised at the connection because the connection was clear. She just felt like he could have said something to her, right? And said, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and rock out with Joy. All right. So Clifton felt like an explanation wasn't needed. Now, that's where I had a problem with Clifton. Now, although I did feel like, hey, Dakia, you already know that that your best connection was Eric. So when Eric left, you honestly should have left instead of trying to continue to force a connection with Clifton. And I'll be honest, it definitely gave one of those situations, you know how like you messing with somebody and y'all may not be official, but you may have this inkling that somebody else is probably hanging out more or whatever with somebody else. Like it's that uncertainty and you know something ain't right. The difference is Dakia has seen it clear as they should already know who the other person is. So that's where he's leaning more towards. So I did kind of feel like, Miss Girl, you should have really not waited around for him to give you a confirmation to say, hey, it's not going to be you. It's going to be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I did kind of feel like she didn't need to wait on that. Somebody he needed to give her an explanation. But at the same time, I felt like for the purposes of this show, if we're giving out explanations and whatever the case is, go ahead and let her know. You could have said something. You were literally avoiding her. So you knew an explanation was needed. You knew for him to say he didn't think an explanation was needed. You knew it was needed based on how you avoided her. Okay. I think she just won. And then that's the other thing too. Sometimes, you know, when something's over, you just want to hear the person say it as well. Right. So I think she just wanted to hear him actually say it out of his mouth so that she can move forward. OK, now, Joy says that everybody knew Clifton and Joy. OK, and Dakia created this idea in her head or whatever. OK, she created this idea of something that only she saw. Who the fuck you think you're talking to? Yeah, she do think she got a whole catch, don't it? Yeah, she do. That's why she giving that energy. Who are you talking to? Joy really got on my motherfucking nerves, girl. I liked you, but you were a girl. She created this whole idea. B.I.T. She created an idea based on the energy that you gave her. Granted, she should have seen it. Like, yeah, like y'all had the stronger connection, whatever the case was. But obviously, he still was giving her some type of energy. So why the fuck is you over here being mad at this damn lady when you yourself, girl, I'm about to call this woman out her name. Give me a second. Because she done pissed me. She has. When you yourself, ma'am, done sat up here and told that man that he should go and have a conversation with her when y'all was sitting out there on the lake. You even thought that. So why the fuck would you get your... Joy, why would you come on stage and say what you said? Why would you come on stage and talk about this lady created an idea in her head and all this other FS that you said when even it came out of your mouth that he should go and have a conversation with her? You even knew that one was needed at the time. And then now y'all on this, y'all in this, the honeymoon phase of your relationship. And y'all come back to the reunion as a united front and trying to sign this woman or whatever the case may be. If y'all gonna be together, be together. Whatever happened on the show, I shouldn't bother you. I shouldn't affect you too much of what happened on the show. If y'all had y'all eyes on each other from the beginning, and then y'all make it all the way to the end together, why does little Mr. Dakia bother you so much? But you're not bothered by a woman that actually tried to break up your situation, which was Carmen. Make it make entire sense for me. But you got to be careful how you be out here and how you be moving about people, especially about an NIGGA. Because one thing about them tables, baby, them tables definitely gonna turn. Okay? You're gonna be seeing a different type of bottoms up. Girl, I hate to see it, honey. Get it together. I ain't understand that energy. She over there rolling her eyes and all this extras. Like, what is all of this? That lady ain't doing that to you. You happy, ain't it? Girl, you so damn happy that you about to stop doing what it is that you love, which is going to Mexico to sing for oh so much long of a year or half of a year. And you're going to settle down and get ready to have a baby. What? I guess whenever the reunion was filmed, you were supposed to have it, get pregnant this year or next year or whatever the case may be. You about to go through a whole life change. Well, listen, Miss Ma'am, I definitely hope it work out for you. Definitely hope that even when the honey falls off, okay, girl, and all of that good stuff, I definitely hope that y'all still at the same place. I hope y'all be in that honeymoon phase for a minute, dear. Girl, I hate it because guess what's gonna fade away? That attention. That ready to love attention. People ain't gonna be seeing y'all talking. Y'all ain't gonna have to keep up no front. So we just gonna see, girl. We are just going to see. And I mean, I hate to see it. So what else happens? Ikea says that she was going to I don't know what I wrote. Anyway, so Joy and Clifton says it was visible and apparent. Then what's the point in explaining? Right? I do think that Ikea was riding on that connection with Clifton once her situation with Eric ended, right? But I also feel like Ikea wouldn't be able to ride on a whole lot if it wasn't for the interactions with this man. So obviously he was giving her a little bit, and shame on her, you know what I'm saying? I guess shame on both of them for her to just be okay with the little bit that he was giving, because you could tell the connection was stronger with Joy. You could tell the conversations were deeper with Joy. You could tell he probably was hanging out more with Joy outside of the cameras and everything. But Dakia, as many other women do, when they get a little piece of a dude that they kind of like, they just hold on to the little bit that he's willing to give them. Just these little crumbs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's something she had to work on and work through, and all is well because she got her man. Okay. A very handsome one. All right. Now, what else? I did say I don't like the energy that Joy came at Dakia with, but didn't come at Carmen with, as I've already said, that when this woman was the one that was trying to break y'all up. I did also speak on Miss Dakia crying. Okay, they made Dakia cry, but I think that she wasn't crying really because she was hurt, or of course she was hurt, but I don't think it was that she was crying because they're together or anything. I think she was just crying out of frustration, right? For wanting to get her point across and not fully being able to get that point across because Joy continued to interrupt her. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. Joy, you wanted some smoke for whatever reason. Like, I don't like all over a man that you got at the end of the day, all over a man that this man came back to, or all over a man or a situation that this man reported back to the woman and said, hey, listen, this is what's going to happen. This is how it's going to go. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rock out with Miss Joy. And you giving her all this energy, BIT, for what? They gonna tell this lady to move on. And Dakia's like, girl, I have. Girl, I don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on. I got a whole man. I have moved on. The problem is that you in a whole relationship that you're supposed to be happy about, but you have yet to move on. Let's talk about that. What? And the sad part was that you was doing more talking than your NIGGA Clifton was. Help America. Help them out. Girl, you got to be careful who you got on your arm. I don't even know if you know, but let's keep going. What else? Let's see. Let's move on. Talk about that. What else did I say? What's also confusing me is that you encouraged him to go ahead. We talked about that. The only thing I can think of is that she thinks Dakia be on BS. Oh, that was another thing I said. I'm like, why is Joy coming at her like this, right? So one of the things I did right is I wonder, and I think she may assume that Dakia be on BS, right? And may play like the victim role or something like that. That's the only explanation I could come up with in my head as to why she would come at this lady like this. Because with the Eric situation, Dakia to Joy could have been playing like victim, like he did this to me and I didn't like that he did this and da 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 blah, blah blah. And then next thing you know, we see Joy hug on a man or whatever like that. Gave no sympathy towards Dakia or anything. And I guess now we know why. That's because your man took an interest in this woman at some point, and then now here it is, you trying to hold against her a situation she had with your dude. Like, girl, you are a clown, dear heart. You are a clown, girl. You are a clown. Let's keep going. Tiffany and Wiley. What we learned is that they're dating. Congrats to them. Clifton and Joy. Clifton talk about ever since Joy been performing, he been going out there every other weekend to Mexico to be with her. Cause I can't, Tommy, it's so serious. Like it's crazy to not be with her. I've been traveling to Mexico like every other week I'm there. Every other week I'm in Mexico so that I can be with her. And then he do all this extra dramatic, and I knew he was not going to propose. I knew he wasn't going to do that. Hello, knew he wasn't going to do that. But he got down on his knee, and I thought he was probably going to give her a necklace or something or whatever like that, or ask her to go out to eat or some silly thing or whatever. But he gave her a key to his home, but she's like, yeah, y'all know she got to hype everything up. Yeah, yes, oh my God. Girl, shut up. Shut up. I was like, go to the credits. Cut to the credits immediately. Cut to the credits immediately. Okay. Girl, she was I feel like she was looking for a moment of what's the people name? Reva, and who was it? Was it Mario, Reva, somebody, and Tandy? She was looking for one of them. That's the moment she was looking for, but you could never hear me. You could never ever do a Tandy and Reva, B.I.T. Hear what I say, girl? You could never ask a woman how your cootie twat tastes. Girl, you could never. Do you hear me? that moment is iconic and Ready to Love history. You hear me, girl? You could never be them. That's the moment she was fishing for. Clown. Girl, I hate to see it. So at the end of the day, we got 3 couples out of this, and then Donovan gonna get his weak ass, fake ass. Tommy, listen. I want to tell you, thank you for this. Thank you. Because had I not done this process, I would have never met this amazing woman, Carmen. I would have never gotten a chance to be with her. I mean, this is just, I'm really glad. I got to appreciate you for that. I mean, we came in the process so late, and shut up. Nobody cares. You and your frog can go. Let's keep going. That's all I got. Joy was so embarrassing. All that energy over at NIGGA that you've been dating 5 minutes. She better hope she and Clifton make it. I hope so. Not Donovan and his big ass Mario nostrils. Oh, wow. Now, Dakia got a man that know how to dress, has a nice set of teeth, look younger and better. What an upgrade. Okay. Look like he an entrepreneur, got his business and stuff in order. I'm like, Dakia, you better flex on them. You better flex on them with a subtle flex. And she wasn't even trying to flex for real. She just wanted to shout out her boo. I said, come on, B.I.T. Come on. You better do what you got to do out here in these streets, girl. I ain't mad at it. And that's another, that's why I wanted her to go. Because I'm like, girl, he is not here. I thought Eric was going to be a better connection for her, but I damn sure knew it was not going to be Clifton. So, girl, had she left sooner, she could have got to that man sooner. So she didn't, but it is what it is, girl. We hate to see it. Girl, I don't know who Mario nostrils is, and he do need to go to the damn corner, the nearest corner. Go stand in it right now. Okay, face the wall. What's your name? They say I want old McDonald. Old McDonald. Okay, hilarious. The wall. I'm gonna have to go watch that episode. Try, I can't. But all right, guys. So that's all we have for Ready to Love. I'm so excited to know that the season has ended. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I will say that I think we need a Ready to Love break. Okay, give us the rest of May, maybe June, and then y'all can scoop back and bring her back to the front. Okay, the Miami version. All right. So yeah, maybe y'all could do that. But this right here, girl, y'all hit us with 2 whammies back to back, double whammy, back to back. And America is tired right now, just for the moment. Girl, we are tired right now. But we gonna go and scoot over, girl, because you know we gotta get to put a ring on it, okay? Everybody that's over here in the chat, please go ahead and like the video. We have over 300 people in the chat. We're going to be doing put a ring on it, and then we're going to be getting to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Girl, we're going to have some things to chat about when we get to that. But anyway, let's go ahead and knock out put a ring on it. Go ahead and like up the video. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. All right. Did I copy it? Okay, perfect. Okay, so here we are. Let's do put a ring on it. Let me, give me 1 second, y'all. All right, so Otis and Charlie. So Otis returns and lets her know that he felt bad about the last season. I'm sorry, not the last season, the last date or something like that. The last session, that's what it was. He's acknowledging his wrong, and he does apologize to her, right? So he really hurt, he really sick. But what really made Otis sick was that dress. That dress had him sick because when he left, he was like, oh, she look good. Oh my God, my girl really could be going out here with somebody else, okay? So he's trying to get his life together. But what was getting me was him not getting them tears together because he was forcing the hell out of them. And I said, "Not Otis, you not gonna play to people like this, ain't he? Child, if you don't cut your," he really was trying to cry, y'all. It was sad. He really was trying to tear up. Anyway, so she says he never holds himself accountable, and he didn't even want to. What she said, he didn't even want. He didn't even want to hold himself accountable a few minutes ago. You walk out, then you come back, and now you want to say you sorry. Girl, he must have went out and talked to one of them producers. Anyway, or either that or realize you drove and he didn't feel like taking no Uber. But anyway, he goes on to say that he doesn't want to see a life without Charlie, though. And she received it. And you could just tell in her face, she was so happy to see him react. First of all, when he was walking back in there, she had already smiled like, yeah, I knew he was going to come back. Where he ain't going to leave me? Leave who? Not me. Okay, so he was coming back, right? So she already had a little grin. So when he accepted the accountability, she really was smiling and she really was happy. And I said, oh, girl, this all it was giving like that night. Do you hear me? I said, oh, they finna have a good night. That's all it was giving. I said, girl, that's all I see up in this. Okay. Not him giving fake tears and so a little bit of accountability, girl. I said, oh yeah, they finna tear the bedroom down for sure. Anyway, let's get to Kenneth. Let's get to Kenneth and his brother. So his brother comes over, and of course, they talking about Shorty. Okay. And the brother says that he doesn't like that she calls his mom to complain. So Shorty often calls Kenneth's mom to complain about how their relationship is going. And the brother says something like, I mean, who the hell side she think we finna take? Like, whose side she think we gonna take? And I said, well, baby, you ain't never lied. Cause one thing family gonna do is take up for their trash. It's family members. Period. Okay. Not gonna hold the family member accountable and let them know some of the things that they need to work on and get their SHI together about. Hello? But they gonna take the side like, you ain't gotta be with that person. She ain't gotta keep putting you down like that. Da 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 da. And I won't be sitting over there talking to his motherfucking mama in it. And wait, to be honest with you, because BIT, you probably the motherfucker is he the way he is. Where the fuck is he so dirty? Let me talk to, okay? But maybe she was on her summer walker. Like, I want to talk to your mama because she should have beat your ass. Like, I mean, maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why she was talking to your mama. But you know, I mean, I probably want to talk to your mama because I want to whoop her. It's okay. Not that she should have beat yours because that's over with. Okay. But anyway, girl, man, she probably here. Anyway. That is his mama's child. So his brother thinks that he's a puppy, right? He feels like, I don't like how she pretty much talks down to you, tell you things that you need to work on, things you need to do, and you just be like, okay, like on a puppy string or whatever he was talking about. And I'm like, baby, that man ain't no puppy. Okay, he's not no puppy, because if he was a puppy, he will be much more elevated than where he is now, because he'll be following what she's been trying to encourage him to do from the beginning. All right. So there's that. Unless it's just a large part of their relationship that we're missing out on, I feel like everybody in America can see it's no shade. But Kenneth don't have a whole lot to offer outside of the peen. Like, come on. What else? The brother thinks that girl. The brother had the audacity. I see what y'all mama did here. I see what she did. Anyway, the brother had the audacity to say, I think she should meet you halfway. I wanted Shorty to come out the room and say, get your mother out. Meet me halfway in the hallway so you can get the rest of your shit that I done threw out. Because you got her talk about, I think she need to meet you halfway. Ain't that her house? Don't he be driving her car? Girl, don't she be paying the bills? Like, ain't she the one working? Like, what do you mean she needs to meet this man halfway? Damn, she done damn near went 3/4 of the way already. So how far down the road you want her to go? She look like she just need him. Just come 1/4. Just come this piece, okay? Come right here. Just give me this much. I can't. Sometimes I think she need to meet you halfway. And I said, see, that's not the type of friends and brothers you need. That's just going to be yes people and go along and make you think that, like, that's not, You have conversations like with your fam, and if you really care about them and you want to hold them accountable, it's going to be, well, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm only getting your side of the story. So, I mean, tell me, do you know some things that you need to work on? What are some of the things that she's saying? Like, don't be having no one-sided conversation and just take their word as though it's bond. Girl, cut it out. Shay and Fonzo. So she wants to know why he doesn't see how she is affected by not meeting his family. Fonzo says he knows how it affects her, but he's frustrated. But he be frustrated because he doesn't know what else to do. Basically, what Fonzo is saying, my mama's stuck in her ways, and I'm stuck in her ways with her. All right, I don't know what else to do. I've tried to talk to her. I'm not trying to get on my mama's bad side. I love my mama, X, Y, Z. I'm not trying to create no friction about this situation here, because you and I have been operating as good as we've been operating, right? We've been, dealing. So maybe we could continue to deal, and I don't have to go over here and address whatever issues with my mom. So he was trying to avoid having that type of conversation with his mom. Shay doesn't like how he assumes things and not act or change anything. Right? Fonzo says that he can't control his mom if she want to hang with an ex. Oh, you're going to have to do something and tell her how that affects you as her child, how that's messed up. Like, what? I don't understand that. Fonzo just likes to avoid tough conversations. He likes to avoid things. He thinks the best way to get over things and get through stuff is to not deal with it and just to avoid it altogether. And it just never brings about any solutions. Like, maybe if I don't talk about it, maybe if I don't bring it up, maybe if I don't bring it to the forefront or to the table, it's going to fade away. And it never does. And he's not learning the lesson that he needs to learn. Okay. So Shay asked about, I think she asked about the last relationship or something. And he says, I guess she said, when was your last relationship, or when did the last relationship end, or something like that? He was like, you asking me or something like that. That was crazy. Shay is growing more frustrated with his responses to her questions, and she's starting to lay down boundaries now and how he needs to get it together for moving on or move on without her. All right. So she says that she wants him to do better, but she wasn't specific, I don't think. Right. He's like, what you want me to do? She's like, I want you to just do better. I want you to do. Well, what does doing better look like? Which makes me feel like Shay does not know what she wants. What Shay wants is to be first position. What Shay wants is to be validated. What Shay wants is for the entire world to know that she's his girlfriend. But with them knowing that you're his girlfriend does not lead to automatic respect. Okay. So you need to lay down, like, what is it that you want specifically with, like, what are the boundaries? Okay. How do you want, like, lay that out? All she is giving me, the fact that she just says, I want you to do better. And she keeps repeating, I want him to know I'm first position. That's all that she wants. She wants validation. She wants the title. She wants the role. And she thinks that that's going to give respect. It's not. Okay. Yeah, I was on T.I. Live the other night when he was talking about Kevin Samuels. Well, I just saw like a little snippet of it. I watched some of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I think I probably watched like 5 minutes or something. Anyway, this lady hopped on his live, and girl, I was cackling. The lady hopped on his live from Jamaica trying to talk to him because he wanted to argue with people about Kevin Samuels. And so the lady was on there. She's like, oh, I ain't come on here for nothing. I just wanted to see you. And he was like, okay. And I think they had small talk. Then he got ready to get her off the line. And she was like, all right, babe. He was like, huh? She was like, you in Atlanta, right? He was like, yeah, all right, you have a good night, right? And she's like, all right, babe. And she just turning her head and doing all this and smiling and shit. And he's like, how do I get this motherfucker off my live? And I'm cracking the hell up. But I'm saying that to say women don't give a they don't care. All right, a lot of them don't. So this man got a whole wife and stuff, and this lady still over here on this man IG live trying to make passes. Girl, y'all could go over there and check it out. He still got it up there on his page, the latest live that he did, and I just thought it was the funniest ever. But anyway, yeah, I mean, look at Martell holding Miss Ariana. This woman, Melody, had a whole title as wife for years, been in this position, knowing this man since college. All right. Mr. Girl decided to get pregnant by this man multiple times and finally decided to have the last child. So you need to lay down some other boundaries because you're receiving a title, ain't you? But let's keep going. All right. So Shorty, her mom tells her that marriage is for life. Okay. If he's not right before marriage, what makes you think that he's gonna be right after marriage? And I said, come on, mother. Come on, mother. All right. Mother was reading, but these are things that Shorty already knows at her big age. She knows this. Shorty says he is a nice guy, but her mom is like, is he a nice guy? Because I mean, that ain't what you had told me last week. Okay. You were saying that y'all had some issues with this, that, and the other. And now you want to get your ass on camera and you want to sit up here and tell me that he a nice guy. Girl, don't play with me. All right. So that's the energy that mama was giving. All right. Her mom says, listen, Gray, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to, you need to make a decision. If this ain't what you want, this ain't what it is, player, you need to jump ship now, because I'm not trying to look up another 3 or 4 years down the road and you still over here just hanging on and just waiting. Right. But Shorty knew what she was doing. Shorty came on this show to find her a new partner or start to casually date so that she can slowly get over him, because she knows this. One, she wants him to move on. She don't want to be with Kenneth. That's one. Two, the reason she continues to allow Kenneth back is because, one, he puts the pressure on her. Okay, according to Miss Girl, what's her name? According to Miss Shorty, it's like he high key stalks her, right? But also when he does that, it's easier for him to come back into her life because those feelings are still there. So I feel like she came in to put a ring on it to slowly soft dating or casually ease back into the dating market. Hopefully he'll find somebody. And then by the time that, you know, this show is over with and they go their separate ways, she would be in a better position getting to know somebody else and not quick to run back or forgive or let him back in her life. So Shorty definitely has a plan on how she's getting out this relationship. And I don't blame her at all. Fonzo, Shay, and Dr. Nicole. So this is my thing. I do not like how Dr. Nicole is not spreading her time, her one-on-one time with the other couples. I do not know why y'all keep allowing Dr. Nicole to go and sit down with Shay and Fonzo as though they are the stars of this show and they are the ones that need more help than anybody. You know who needs more help than anybody up here? Because Shay gonna do what she want to do anyway. Because that's just how she is. It's going to be Kenneth and Shorty. They need the most help, okay? This lady is crying out for somebody to save her. And y'all still going over here sitting down playing with Shay and this bullshit. Girl, I do not have time to play Uno with you. At some point, Shay, it needs to be Uno out. All right? But you still over here trying to be damn Uno. And ain't nobody got time. We need you to Uno out. All right? Because this motherfucker drew about 4 cards and then drew another 2 on top of that. Hello? Girl, and when they go on the family trips, he be hitting your ass with a reverse too, because you not going. The baby mama is. Girl, if you don't Uno out, I don't know what the fuck. Stop sitting with this girl. All right, give other people time. Other people want to be in the game too. Anyway, so Fonzo says that he hasn't been with his ex in 4 years. All right, they didn't officially break up. It just phased out. All right. I'm like, that's not good. Because when you don't officially end something and it just fades out, I don't know. It seems like it always leaves some type of openness to where that person could always come back versus like, let's end it, like it's over, let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good that it just phased out. And I wonder, I mean, and y'all got kids together, so it's going to be easy. Ain't nobody finna tell me this man did not go back into his ex-girl pond. Y'all not finna see with it. They definitely did with a nab girl. So Dr. Nicole asked, do they blame Shay for the ending of that relationship? And he says they just thought she was going to be a fly-by-night chick. Well, I think they do blame her because they thought that she was going to be a fly-by-night chick and she's still there. Meaning she's causing the interference for them to get back to where they were, knowing that the relationship had been over because y'all been phased out, but he didn't officially say it because that's how he operates. I think they do blame Shay for this ending. What's up, Bondi? What's going on, Bondi, honey? Girl, I just got here and I'm already laughing. Not uno out. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I need her to uno out. Cause he is playing her. Girl, he is winning the game. For sure. Definitely winning the game. What else we got? So yeah, in the long run, he does want the families to be able to merge. And I don't know how you want that in the long run, but you're not working towards having that, and maybe he does want that, but does he really want that with Shay? He say that, talk about, I'll be so lost. If Shay left me today, I'll be so lost. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. You doing what you want to do anyway. You're going to be fine, sir. What else? So his baby mama still wants him, is what we know. Duh, we knew that. And he knew he should have checked her years ago. He knew that. He also should have ended the relationship. So it seems like Dr. Nicole wants him to go back and kind of have that conversation. And I'm like, I feel like if you go back to have that conversation, they're going to look at him as a joke. And I also feel like when he go back and have that conversation, I think it's going to make it even harder for Shay to come into the fold of the family. We'll have to see, but I just feel like once you got them accustomed to the standards of how it's going to be difficult for them to change. And she's going to get even more frustrated. So that's why I think she should just go. So Shorty goes on a date with Tavian. All right. So she asked him about him having a relationship or something like that. Is he open? He's open to having a relationship, but he's a busy man. So he needs somebody that's going to be busy too. And I'm looking like, well, that's probably going to be Shorty, because Shorty does do the radio show. And I'm sure she probably keeps herself busy with other stuff as well. So that might, that probably could work. All right. He also says when it comes to marriage, he's open to getting married, but he's not going to force himself to get into marriage just to say that he married, because he's dated people in the past. He thought he was going to marry them. It didn't work out that way. So he just doesn't want to put himself in I just gotta be married type thing. Okay. So there's that. I mean, Shorty was over there thinking about giving him another date. I already knew. I said, Shorty gonna get this man another date because he's a breath of fresh air. She really likes him. And yeah, he's completely opposite than Kenneth. So I'm like, I see her giving him a third date. I don't know about a fourth, but I definitely saw her giving him another date. So there's that. Girls night. Okay. Girls night. Sounds like Charlie had already read them. That was a little weird. It sounded like Charlie had already read the messages of Otis before they even got to the session, but it seems like Otis just decided to air it out at the session to get back at her. So I was confused. I didn't know if she read it before or afterwards, but either way, he exposed her, and I knew he had an agenda behind it. I just thought that he wanted her to get ridiculed by Dr. Nicole, so he's not the only person feeling it. So it could have been that as well, but also it was him trying to get her back for coming home with those flowers, which was so extremely petty and so stupid. All right, you could have, if you wanted to get back or whatever, you should have went about her a bigger thing of flowers. Like, girl, throw them things in the trash, okay? Like, I got better ones or something. I don't know. Girl, that sounds like something Ralph from Real Housewives of Atlanta would do, huh? I guess, child, he be about fronts. Anyway, we'll talk about him later. Charlie says that she isn't ready to marry him now, because that was a question. Like, if you had the opportunity to marry him now, would you? She was like, no. I ain't ready. Okay. Based on how she's feeling in this moment, she's not. And that's when Shorty said, when it comes to her and Kenneth, they need to realize that they're not each other's enemy. And I'm like, Kenneth needs to realize that he is going to take more than just DICK to be somebody's forever. Like, all right. So that's what he needs to realize. Shay says it's other things outside of the family issues when it comes to Fonzo. And this is where she goes into saying, I need him to recognize who I am to him, which is first position. No, what you're saying is I need him to make sure everybody else recognizes who I am to him, which is first position. But okay, Shay. So anyway, let's get to Dr. Nicole. So Shay and Fonzo. Shay says her family is open and welcoming of Fonzo, but she has been concerned about whether or not, like, they gave him a nickname, which is like Fonzie or something. So she's concerned, like, dang, like, if I leave him, like, how are they going to feel about that? And her family gave her the okay. Like, if you're not happy, girl, get the hell on. Like, ain't no point in overstaying your welcome if it's just like if you deteriorating from the relationship, like, let it go. right? So she says that made her feel good and made her feel like she can walk away if that's something that she wants. Dr. Nicole wants them to work on the next step, which is to talk about what they both want from the relationship and their boundaries and all of that. And I feel like they're going to be talking in circles because I feel like Shay don't really be specific about what it is that she really wants from him because, like I said, I don't think Shay knows. I think she just wants to be first position. Anyway, Otis and Charlie. So they are in a better place. They're talking it out and accepting accountability. And I think the SEX was good. That's just that on that. All right. Now, Shorty speaks on her date and how it was great. Right. And Kenneth felt like, so she said she gonna go on another date. Here go Kenneth, talk about some, what he said when Dr. Nicole said, how do you feel about that, Kenneth, if she's gonna go on another date? Oh, by all means, good. By all means. But like, no, he could barely open his eyes. Okay. By all means, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But he had to fix his face because he was like, nah, she really going on another date. I'm like, yeah, let the real settle in. Let it settle in, baby, because I know you over there panicking on the inside while you trying to act unfazed. All right. He was definitely bothered. Charlie was getting ready to speak on her date, and she was about to say whether she was going to go on another date with him. Some part of me thinks that she's not. But we'll see. We'll see next week. I'll be shocked. But I'm thinking that she might not go on another date with him. But, maybe she will. We'll see. The first time I saw Shorty, I knew she was East African. Her mom was the confirmation coming through with traditional hairstyle. Okay. I don't care how my family feel. These feet going to walk and protect my peace. Y'all better cry together. Right? Exactly. It amazes me, Shay trying to analyze Charlie. I would have said to Shay, B, when you got your degree side, when you got your degree side chick, stay in your place. Oh my God. Was she a side chick? I mean, he was messing with other ladies before he got one. Or is family so stuck on not wanting him with Shay? They may be telling him, don't bring her around. That could be the case too. That could be the case. That relationship didn't phase out. He's still with that lady. Ooh. I'm laughing because it could be true. And it shouldn't be funny, but it could definitely be true. Like, what? It's a little disturbing that all these couples are toxic. I'll stick to the reviews only. Wow. Like, yeah, I feel like this season is more of a trip than last season. I think. Because, girl, everybody out here looking bad. I felt like last season, I forgot dang, and I follow both of them. I'm so sorry. The Omega, I think it's LaRonda, and I forgot her boyfriend's name. Please forgive me. But I felt like they were the only ones that really had potential last season, right? This season, I'm like, girl, everybody's going to break up. Just like this, some ain't right. Everybody got to go. All right, you guys. So go ahead and like up the video for your girl. Because we're about to get into some things. Okay, go ahead and do me a favor. As I said, like up the video. If you have yet to subscribe, please go ahead and do so. And go ahead and share the video with all of your love in Huntsville people. Okay, so we're about to get into love in Huntsville. Okay, this is something that you guys have been waiting on. And we're going to talk about it. All right. And I'm going to try and take my time with you, girl. Okay. So we can get into some hold on. Let me mark that unread. Give me 1 second, you guys. Go ahead and like the video for me, please. I appreciate you all. Go ahead and share the video for me, please. I appreciate you all. Okay. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to get into some things? Let's talk. Okay. This is definitely what I was waiting for, girl. Okay. All right, anyway, let's talk. Let's get into some things. Okay, so Kimmy and Destiny, right? First of all, did anybody notice the daylight or the sunlight? It looked like they got up early as fuck to film this scene. And I kind of felt the way about this scene being filmed because you could tell that it was like set up for them. Nothing about it seemed natural at all. First of all, Destiny shop opened that early in the morning, girl, stop it. But anyway, because it definitely looked like people, it was like the peak of the morning, like around at 5:45, 6, whatever, day getting ready to break or whatever like that. And they just looked like they was tired. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't like it. I felt like, the conversation was kind of awkward as well. So I'm like, you could tell that they had to get up, they had to film and come over here and let me talk to this lady and ask her these questions. It was just something was just a bit off about it. Okay. So Kimmy could barely get, that was another thing. Kimmy, I'm like, Kimmy, Destiny, come to the front. Production, come here. Have a seat. Sit around a round table. Can y'all at least, if Destiny's gonna have a beauty salon, can y'all at least, not a salon, but a store, a beauty supply store, can y'all at least act like Kimmy finna buy some? Can y'all please help my girl out and just at least act like Kimmy finna buy some hairpins, girl? Please, a rat tail comb. At least, girl, get her some scrunchy bows. Like, don't be having my girl come in there just to have a conversation, just so y'all can say y'all filming at Destiny location to let us know she still got it. Okay, you can have it, but is it making coin? All right. Even if she was gonna get her money back to Kimmy once y'all wrap, like at least can we see a transaction happen? Like I'm feeling a way about it, just a little bit. All right, y'all know Miss Girl store has been closed for ever long. All right. So I'm definitely calling out production. I would like to see transactions happen. Can y'all get some extras in there? I don't give a if you do get Monopoly money. I don't care. But y'all should show her business as though it's active. You know, but I mean, maybe she came in there before, opening hours. But I guess, girl, I be critiquing too hard. But anyway, let me just. So she come in there and she barely could like look around. She ain't look around and stuff like, oh girl, you got some new supplies? Okay, you got that new spritz? Like none of that. She just came in like, okay, girl, listen, I want to talk, girl. I got a few questions, honey. Listen, so what's going on? What's going on? Where she barely said, hey, how are you? Like none of that. Just came in. Oh girl, thank you for letting me in, girl. It's cold outside. Listen, I don't care about what you got going on. I don't give a about law, for real. But I just want to know what's going on with you and Mel. Hello. Good morning to you. The birds are chirping. Like, what the like? I ain't like that scene at all. But anyway, so Destiny said that she is annoyed because Mel came at her with made up stuff about her, right? So then Kimmy tells her that when they were out to eat, Mel, said, oh yeah, girl, when we were out to eat, Mel definitely mentioned that. Kimmy, why are you telling everything? Kimmy, I like you. Me and you, us never part. But ma'am, I don't like this. I don't like this. Like, why are you telling everything? You done ran back and told Tisha. Now you done came over here to Destiny being messy as hell, talking about saying, yeah, Mel did say that. She did tell us that. Okay, let's keep going. So Destiny says, what were the specifics then? If she said it, I said it, then what did I say, girl? What was the specifics? Well, we didn't really get into that exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She can never tell you what it is that I exactly said. I'm going to say this. When it comes to what a person exactly said, I don't know. Maybe I feel differently if it was a different situation. I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, how relevant is it what a person said about you when you know they were talking about you? Sometimes you don't remember what they said, but you know that they said some about you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. Okay, Destiny, I'm gonna give you that, girl. I'm gonna give you that. Okay, we're gonna move on. So Kimmy says that, yeah, we didn't get into the specifics. Destiny's like, yeah, girl, well, tell me what what was said, whatever. She can't say that, right? Kimmy says, well, I do know one thing, girl. Mel said that you apologized. That's what it was. And that was enough for me to let me know that you was bogus, because obviously if you apologize and what you apologizing for, so obviously you said something about her, right? And then Destiny said, girl, no, that's not true. Like, I was apologizing if she felt that way. And I wanted Kimmy to say, well, how you apologize to somebody if they felt that way? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? But I guess, okay, I apologize if you felt that way. Destiny says Mel told her that she didn't think she was talking about her. I don't know. I don't know if Destiny said this before or if I heard Mel say that. But I did hear that repeated. I don't know if it came out of Mel's mouth or Destiny's mouth, where it was like, oh, I didn't think that you were talking about me. I think it could have been Destiny. I feel like Destiny could have said this in the studio. But anyway, Destiny says Mel told her that she didn't think she was talking about her, but it was who she was talking about her to, which was Tisha. And then I think she also threw Martell in that as well, right? And says that Mel doesn't want her to be friends with those individuals because she sees them as her enemy. Okay, so that's where we at with that. So Kimmy was like, well, girl, I don't know nothing about that. And I was over here with Kimmy, why would you come in here talking about you don't know nothing about that? I guess. And if you didn't know nothing, you didn't even have to add that comment. Just to listen. But anyway, you should know about it. The way you over here running around, girl, let me tell you what this person said. Girl, let me tell you what this person did. Girl, let me tell you what this person said. Girl, let me tell you what this person did. You should know. But I love you. I'm going to keep going. All right. So Kimmy thought Mel and Tisha were getting in a better place. Okay. And then says that she doesn't understand how their issue has gotten that big. And it's like, Kimmy, you're not going to, so you're going to sit on, you're going to act like you don't know. You're going to sit on the stage. I don't know how it got that big. So you sat on the stage and had a front row seat, more than Americans, and you don't see how it got back to where it was. You should know of anybody because you were just at the same place with Tisha. So you should obviously know when you thought you and Tisha were good, you and Tisha weren't. So those things can happen, right? I think what Kimmy wanted to say was, BIT, I really don't know what to say in this moment. I'm just here to go ahead and film with you and try and pull this out of you so I can get to the next thing. But Destiny says, me either. I mean, because look, I got bigger issues that I'm focused on. And then Kimmy says, oh, yeah, and then there's that. So then they cut. Right? They cut and then they go to Kimmy inviting her to girls' night. I said, see, here's the thing. Destiny could have possibly went into detail about things that she's dealing with personally, right, with her kid's dad, being a mom or whatever. But it seems like production purposely cut that information, and then we get to Kimmy talking about inviting her to a night, right, a girls' night. So Destiny's like, okay, girl, I'm cool with it, but as long as, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be food, all right, and then it's gonna be a door where I can have a clear shot to exit if I don't want to be there, right? And Kimmy's like, well, we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out, girl. We're going to be good. Okay, all right then, girl. Good luck on your shop today. I'm finna go. I'm finna head out. Girl, you better come in my store and buy something. Hell wrong with you. You better spend at least $5 because y'all know how y'all go into the beauty supply stores owned by the Asians or whatnot. And when you go in there, girl, I know you got to swipe at least $5 to use your debit card or whatever. Do you hear what I say? Or you can give us cash, okay? Because there is going to be a debit credit card transaction fee that we're not going to pay for, all right? Especially if it's under a certain amount. So y'all going to have to at least swipe $5 so we can feel like we getting a profit and they getting their money too, okay? The credit card machine people, okay, girl? So, all right, so you should have told her, girl, don't come in my store if you're not going to spend at least $5 in here, girl. You better find something. I know you need something around the house, okay? But anyway, Monster don't need nothing. You sure he don't need no brush? He don't need no wave cap or something? Well, let me know. Anyway, so Kimmy invites her out on a girls' night. No, we talked about that. Sorry. Let's get to Marceau and Maurice. So Marceau tells Maurice about Martell wanting to get back into the business, okay? Wanting to come back, be a part of what he got going on, right? And so Marceau says that he said he would never work with Martell again, of course, because when they fell out, of course, Martell said some slick stuff about Marceau, about the business, about him and these women and all this stuff. So he was like, I'll never work with him again. Well, seems like Martell is needing that same handout. And the reason why I think Marceau is reconsidering wanting to give Martell a hand is because when Marceau was down on his luck, Martell and Mel helped them out, okay? And they partnered up with them and did scope together. So he helped him out, brought him up into the game and all the other stuff. So I think that's why Marceau may feel a bit compelled to want to help out Martell, right? That's why I think. But ultimately not wanting to give him too much involvement into the company out of fear that he's going to taint it. All right. So Maurice is like, well, that's interesting, because Marceau says, well, Tisha not interested. Right. So then and we also learned this was also a time for Marceau to promote his wife by letting us know back in 2010, I guess she had an apartment complex that she sold at some point. And then she used that money to buy out Martell from the company. Right. So I said, okay, now you want to let us know a little bit more about Miss Tisha and what she had going on. Right. So then Maurice just feels like, well, if he comes back into the company, he's going to have to buy somebody's share. So whose share is he going to buy? Is it going to be yours or Tisha's? Neither. So it seems like he's going to try to make him maybe like a partner or a consultant or something, but not like an owner of the company, but maybe a partner or whatnot, give him a few projects. But I don't know how much Martell is going to be able to complete since he has yet to get his builder's license. Excuse me. Okay. So there's that. What else ended up happening? Marceau thinks Martell getting a license, like I guess he wants him to get his license. He said if Martell gets this license, then it's going to show commitment. I said, well, I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know what that commitment looks like, huh? Martell not getting that license, and you know he not finna get that license. But okay, not gonna happen. But let's move on. Y'all know Martell struggle with commitment. Y'all have to understand that. And I don't know if that's something he needs to go to counseling for. Well, I'm sure he needs to dig deeper and understand and find out, like, why does he not like to commit? All right. I mean, maybe it depends on what those commitments are. Let's keep going. So Mel goes to her therapist. Okay. Let me see what some of y'all are saying. Martell did residential contracting. Marceau does commercial contracting. Gotcha. I thought Tisha did the housing part too. Does Tisha not do residential? I mean, maybe that could be an extension of scope where they have the commercial side, and then maybe Martell can head up and be like, I don't know, a chairman or something or whatever. Vice president, I don't know, child, of that residential sector. So, I mean, maybe he could do that. Let's see. Marceau knows this whole Tisha is a boss BS is not flying. Sit down with your Africa doesn't have Wi-Fi lying. It's okay. Was it me or was Marceau giving old school Jaheim with the Scully on his head? I didn't even pay attention. I don't like that. They never show us Tisha making business moves, but always show us her being an idiot for her husband. Yikes. I feel like they don't show us none of the ladies' business moves. They won't even show Destiny ringing up some items in her damn store. So I mean, I don't know. Tisha really needs to wake the up and quit pretending her husband loves her. He does not. He acts like he can't stand her half the time. Damn. Oh my. Well, why does another grown man have to tell Martell why he should get his own license at his big age with 6 kids, including Coleslaw? Not you including her as a kid, child. I cannot. Martell is less than smart. He must have graduated by the skin of his teeth. I don't know. I'm finna throw shade at A&M. Everybody graduated by the skin of their teeth. I'm just throwing a little shade at Alabama A&M since I'm a hornet. Let's see. That's why Marceau wanted to keep Tisha locked down at home. She the real brains. I do believe Tisha the real brains, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Girl. We've been sleeping on Tisha business moves, though. Maybe she takes her hood brat persona to business meetings. I don't know. I thought she left it with her mom. I thought she just, let Miss Wanda speak for her. I am sick of Tisha weaponizing her marriage like she's married to Barack. I'd have told her worse than Mel with the no regrets. Is there something legal preventing Martell on getting his license? Because he's steady trying to get into someone's company except making his own. Girl, I don't know. I mean, I've heard some rumblings, girl. But I don't know, so I ain't gonna say. I don't know what to be true, girl. So I don't know if that will hold one back from getting their license. But girl, let me scoot over to your child. Let me scoot over. Let's get to Mel. All right. So then Mel goes to see her therapist, and she talks about removing people that have, I guess, vampire-like energy, like draining energy. Right. So she says that she will be attending Kimmy's Galentine event. All right. She says she isn't too sure about how the event is actually going to go. Of course, she's not sure how it's going to go because she got some ladies there that she know ain't too fond of her. All right. And Destiny has already shown herself at times to be like, a bit aggressive at times or whatnot. So, I mean, I can see why she's not too sure, but she's going to show up anyway. All right. So Mel says that she usually doesn't like to go around people that would get her out of character. But the therapist wants her to figure out a way to maintain self-control. All right. Work on that. And Mel's like, girl, I hear you, girl. That's cute and everything. I do. Last year I was on that SHI that you was talking about. Yeah, I was real on some Nam Yo Ho Renge-Yo. I was really on some calmness. But girl, this year, 2022, Mel is about that action. Oh, I'm just letting you know ahead of time, okay? And the therapist is still like, that's cute, girl, but you need to work on that, all right? So we gonna see. Mel ain't been trying to take no SHI from nobody, and we saw that. We saw that at the Galentines, but we're gonna get into more, all right? So let's get to Martell and Fred, all right? So Martell, Just recently closed on a property, which I was really shocked to hear because I thought that he was at rock bottom. So I was surprised that, he was able to close on a property. And it sounded like the property he closed on was one that he owned. So okay, I don't know how he, flipped that. I thought his credit score was down in the bottom or something. So I don't know, but congrats to him on getting that, taken care of. I don't know if it was truly his deal or just something he worked on that he got closed. But hey, congrats to him on working on some things. Martell, Fred wants him to get his license. He said, yo, I think a lot of things go come into place when you get this license. Martell yeah, that's cute, but yeah, no. So Fred is like, but business is kind of like a relationship. So what happens if we fall out at any moment? And Martell said, we're not really, honey. Okay, because one thing about us men, we can always talk out our issues and we can push past it, right? But with women, it's not the same. Okay. So they be holding grudges and stuff like that. So I feel like if we was to fall out, child, we're going to be back cool. And I'm over here but Martell, why are you continuing to have excuses? Why would you not want to have your own though? Even if y'all were to fall out and he was going to put you out his business, because yeah, a lot of men are able to work out their issues. And then there are a lot of men that are not. So my thing is why not go ahead and get your own? Because what if y'all were to fall out, he didn't want you in his business, and then he went around and told his other people not to work with you or something. Then what you gonna do? What are you gonna? I don't know. I don't get it. I always want to rely on other folks, but do what you want to do, girl. That's the journey he gonna have to take on his own and figure that out. Martell says men and women relationship are different. We talk about that. What else? He says he doesn't want to take the hard way. I'm saying he doesn't want to take the hard way. He wants to take the easy road. Okay. And I feel like that easy road that Martell is going to take is actually going to lead him to a hard road for sure. I don't think Mel is full of herself. What person wouldn't prop themselves up after a divorce? And she does make moves. Okay. All right. He is lazy and always trying to get over. Martell has a net worth. I have no idea. I have no idea. We don't watch this show for Mel. We watch it for everyone. She ain't better than the cast as a whole. I don't care what delusions you might be under. Oh, right. Maybe Martell can't read. It's been said that he was a jock and Mel did his college assignments. I don't know, girl. He and Mel are both producers. True. I saw Martell's live yesterday over on Instagram. And somebody, I think they said they didn't watch the show or something like that. And then Martell says, yeah, he said, I don't watch the show anymore either. And then he also says, a lot of people said they're not watching the show. And I'm like, who are these people that you speak of, Martell? Who are these people that you're speaking of that you're saying aren't watching the show? Because I'm sure the viewership over there is looking really good for y'all to continue to get renewed for seasons after seasons after seasons. So, I mean, I guess. I mean, is that your way of wanting the show to go away or something like that? So you try to pitch out that ain't nobody watching the show? What was that given? I don't understand that. All right. Let me go back. Martell uses what he has on people to get business with people. He holds things over people's head. He uses manipulative tactics. Her holding herself high like her SHI don't stink is the problem. She's so high and mighty, she can't even recognize her own flaws. That's a problem. Okay. Yes, he was. Martell was a teacher. I believe he and Mel both were teachers at one point. I think they both were teachers. And I think that I feel like they home or something could have burned down or something like that at one point, which kind of got them into real estate or whatnot. I guess cleaning out homes or something like that. And then it just elevated from there. So yeah, they both were teachers from my understanding. All right, so you guys is arguing in the comments. All right, so, well, let's go ahead and move on. Let's get into this Galentine. All right, let's get into the Galentine party. Give me 1 second, world. Let me readjust, honey. Let me readjust. We are going to get into some things. Go ahead and like the video for me. If you have yet to do so and you're coming into the live, we have over 400 people in the chat. All right, go ahead and like the video for me. Go ahead and subscribe if you've yet to do so. Okay, we're about to go ahead and talk about this Galentine's night with Kimmy, Miss Melody, Miss Stormy, who also went live on yesterday, and I put that video up for you guys to check out. Miss Tiffany, all right, Miss Destiny, and Miss Tisha. So we are going to go ahead and talk about some things. The first people at the event was Miss Kimmy and Tiffany. All right, they arrived first. All right, trying to figure out some different things that they can do to kind of get the ladies talking and stuff. They said a lot of love is in the air, so they're hoping to bring this love back. All right, now Tisha shortly arrives later, coming in with her black top, saying Team Wife, her pink bubblegum leggings or tights or whatever, which were actually cute in my opinion, and her pink and black forces. All right. So she came very, very comfortable to this particular event. All right. I mean, hey, I guess nothing's wrong with the pink because, I mean, you know, Valentine's Day is always red and pink, right? All right. So what happens? Soon as she gets in there, Tisha could barely get in there and put her stuff down before she speaks on not being invited to the last party, which was the summer party that Mel had, right? So she spoke on that and then says that she got her kicks on because she's ready for the drama, but she not gonna fight. I'm trying to figure out who else came in there with their kicks on. I think everybody else came in there with their heels on. Am I? Let me see. Was I wrong? Did I miss that? I could have sworn everybody came in there with their heels on, and Tisha was the only one there with her kicks on. Tisha came in like, I'm tired of Mel trying me and playing me, and at this moment, Mel can get it. All right, so that's the energy that Tisha came on. Now, I feel like Tisha did not look bad, in my opinion. I don't think Tisha looked bad. I just think that the outfit did not suit the particular party that she was at or whatever. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Now Style says they should include the social media stuff that happens in the actual show since it plays such a huge role in the show. Might as well be a castmate. The social media, bringing in the social media, I feel like they did this season with what Marceau put up, right? But I think as the season goes on, they don't have time, so they might mention it at the reunion. They might bring in some of that stuff at the reunion. But yeah, getting back to Tisha, thank you so much for the super chat, Now Style. I think that Tisha, like I said, she looked cute. She didn't look bad at all. She just, you know, the attire was for the wrong event. What else did I want to say? I felt like when it came to Tisha and what she wore as far as having on that Team Wife shirt, I feel like she wore that Team Wife, in my personal opinion, to throw that into Melody's face to say, yeah, I'm still with mine, even though you chose to divorce yours, I'm Team Wife. Right? That's what it was giving me. Tell me something, we celebrating love or whatever. And I'm like, girl, we can celebrate love without all of that. Like, you know, you didn't even have to do that. But if that's what you want to do, go ahead. Go ahead. It's your heart. What else? I will say this. Even though I did not like the energy that Tisha had, some part of me appreciated the energy Tisha had, because I'd be like, Tisha, girl, you need to stand up for yourself. You know, so I mean, hey, stand up. And she indeed stood up. You know what I'm saying? So I did appreciate some of that, Tisha, and we're going to talk about that. I like to see you stand up more to your husband, but let's keep going. All right. What else happened? So Kimmy goes ahead and lets Tisha know to not say girl or to say B-I-T, because Tisha was like, so I can't say B-I-T. She said, mind you, she did not already have this conversation with Melody. All right. Mel and Stormy walk in. Tisha didn't look up. Tisha didn't say nothing. Okay. Tisha ain't say a motherfucker. You hear me? All right. But Mel came in and she said, she spoke or whatever. I think she spoke generally like, hey, you know, like that's supposed to apply to everybody here. All right. So Mel spoke or whatever. She wasn't specific. Tisha did not look up at her. She did not acknowledge that they were here. She was stayed on her phone. So Mel gets in the confessional and she's like, Tisha, I walk in. And Tisha is on her phone. And when Tisha's on her phone, like she didn't even acknowledge that me and Stormy had walked into the room. And I'm like, well, why would you want a person that's your enemy to even acknowledge you? I wouldn't. Like, I mean, I don't expect you to speak to me, and I damn sure don't expect to speak to you. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm hitting Nicki Minaj on you, girl. I don't talk to you. Girl, I'm in my phone. Okay, I'm not speaking to these people I don't talk to, girl. Let me look at what's going on over here. All right, because I'm sure something is more important over here. Okay, girl, I got paid to show up, not paid to speak. So I did not feel, I ain't feel no ways. Okay. I just felt, I will say, like, I mean, come on, Mill. All right. Now you're trying to say that Tisha on the BS. Like, look, we got to, come on now. Come on now. All right. Now you're on BS in this confessional because you over here trying to say this lady didn't want to speak, but you didn't want to speak to her either. So let's be honest. I mean, you can go over there and be like, hey, Tisha, how are you? So there's that. All right. Now, so, what else? Hold on. Hold on, let me go up. Did I miss some stuff? I think I may have missed some stuff, y'all. Let me say, Mel is delusional. Girl, you say I'm your op, but then want me to speak to your ex. Make it make sense. Yep, I agree. Mel came in and should have said hi, not Tisha saying hi. Okay, why would you give 2 F's if she spoke? Y'all not cool. Like, I like Mel, but Mel is a jerk. Mel thinks everyone should kiss her ass on this show, giving very much Shawnee O'Neal. It's annoying. But Mel ain't playing her. Marceau is. The sooner she sees it, the better. It's the blaming Mel to try to destroy her marriage instead of directing that energy to her husband. Well, let's keep going. All right. I feel like I put this comment somewhere wrong. I'm going to come back to it. I need to make sure. But anyway, so Destiny shows up. Okay. Destiny shows up and looks like she only spoke to Tisha and the host. Okay. So Destiny came in and she could have, but I didn't see Destiny speak to nobody either. All right. Aside from Tisha and Kimmy and maybe Tiffany. All right. So Kimmy wants everybody to play games in hopes of fixing the issues. So the first game at play is going to be misconception game. Okay. So you all have to write down on the paper what a misconception is about you. All right. And I guess they can explain why they feel like it's not true. So Mel's misconception was that she's selfish. She doesn't believe that she's a selfish person. She thinks she always shows up, tries to be there for people. Okay. Not selfish at all. Tisha says her misconception, she said it was something. And then she said, I should have changed it. It's me being naive or something like that. Okay. Destiny says that her misconception is being aggressive and she's not. I'm like, okay. All right. I don't know if we saw Stormy's. Okay. So then Tisha stops the game, right? So when Kimmy is trying to talk, Tisha said, well, I'm gonna interrupt you right there. This is cute, but I got to get some other things off my chest because I did not wear these mother Nike Forces on my feet to not address some things. So we definitely finna get into some things. Okay. So you could just hold your horses right there. And I got a bone to pick. Okay. With a few people up in this mother and we finna talk about it. Okay. Now I heard y'all was looking for me, girl, and here I go. All right. What was it? Here I go. All right. It's giving mystical. It wasn't that mystical, very much mystical. Okay. I heard y'all was looking for me. All right. So here I go. Let's talk about it. Right. So Mel says, yeah, so Tisha was like, y'all was doing all that big talking or whatever like that. It's somebody party or whatever, girl. And I just need y'all to run it. Like run it. But I'm trying not to, make sure I'm trying to make y'all not catch this fade. So somebody needs to run it to me. And Mel says, well, I mean, who was talking about you? Like, what are you talking about? Who said some things? Okay, well, you for starters, Miss Sue. You for starters, okay? Because it was told to me that you had my cousin all at your event. You know what I'm saying? All at your house at your pajama party. You know, the one that I was not invited to? Yeah, that one, girl. It was said to me that you had my cousin at your house trying to force her to tell you things about my marriage, girl. And those are the things that I'm over here talking about. And Mel says, oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, it is real interesting, boo. Okay, well, give me a second. So she decided she was going to call up Miss Kiki, okay? What happened when Mel says, hi, Kiki. Hi, I'm sitting here with Tisha. And Tisha told me that you told her that, my party was all about her. And we were saying things about her and her marriage and stuff like that. And I just wanted to get some clarity. Like, what is that? And Tisha said, yeah, girl. And you is on speakerphone, so you better tell the truth. Kiki said, well, girl, I am on speakerphone. I understand that. And I am going to be truthful. So I don't even know what you thought it was going to be anyway. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? When have I ever been a lie? Tell me.
Cause I ain't got no motherfucking problem. Cause one thing you're not finna do, you're not finna be my Tisha. Now you can scare everybody else up there at the Galentine, but you already know how these hands swing. So don't play me. Don't play me, Tisha. You don't know me like that, but we can get into it, family or not. I'm not who I used to be. Now let's talk about it. All right. So they get into it. Right. So Mel says, Kiki told you I was trying to get her to say something about your marriage or whatever. Mel says that's very interesting. Calls Kiki. Tisha tells Kiki that she on speakerphone. So be honest. Kiki says, I am. I don't know what you thought it was. I don't know why you thought it was going to be different. Girl, cut it out. All right. So then Stormy says that Kiki brought up Tisha, right? So Stormy brings up, she said, well, Stormy was the one that really brought you up. She the one that had said this or that. You know what I'm saying? She was the one that did it. And then Tisha like, yeah, see, Stormy even saying that you had brought it up and you had mentioned me. All this other high school ass shit. All right. So Kimmy even jumps in and says, now, Kiki, can I help you out? Because Kiki says something like, I believe it was Stormy that ended up saying this or that. And I'm like, no, it wasn't Stormy. Mel, it was definitely Mel. All right. I had to go back and watch it. Now, I don't know what happened in between. All Stormy did was bring up the post. She brought up the photo. Right. So and this is a flashback to the slumber party. All right. So, what's her name? Stormy brings up the photo and she asked Miss Kimmy, how did she feel about that? Because Kimmy didn't want to talk about any of that. Mel was telling her, I'm not telling you how to move or operate, but you might want to make note of that because it definitely is coming off as though it could have been some type of deflecting going on, right? And she started to talk about how people are, how they act, how they fake, how they portray, all this stuff. And then she brings up Tisha. So she says, like when me and Tisha, she said the thing that grinded my gears the most was when we ended up doing the reunion, and out of nowhere she busting out talking about stuff. Yeah, Mel tried to ruin my marriage, but that wasn't even me. It's been rumors around here, like, right? Stormy, right? Kiki or whatever. And that was when Kiki chose to elaborate. Kiki could have in that moment said, I think it could have been some stuff, but I ain't at liberty to talk about it. I'm gonna let Tisha tell her own stuff. Right? That's all Kiki could have said, but Kiki elaborated and felt the need to give more. But I think Kiki did that, number one, for camera time. And number two, I think she kind of did that to make sure she remains in Mel's, I guess, graces. But then also at the same time, Kiki had said out her own mouth with what she said, even though she was invited to that event. It was more so because of how Tisha did her in the past. So whatever it was that Kiki wanted to say, Kiki said that because that was something she wanted to say. All right. So let's keep going. So Kimmy even told her, like, I told you that you had said a whole lot. And if you got any issue, then you need to go and take that up with Miss Tisha yourself. All right. Didn't I tell you that? Okay. Yeah. So then here we are. Right. They needed to do a flashback because I couldn't remember who brought up what. They should have done that flashback. They didn't. This is a Real Housewives of Potomac moment. They could be rumors, but you brought the rumors on camera. Okay. They were too old to be at that table arguing over that and too old to be at a sleepover discussing Tisha. Right. I kind of disagree a little bit. You know, as far as like the disgusting Tisha part at the sleepover, because I feel like if you just with your good group of girls or whatever, and then you mention like how somebody like made you feel about something, like I ain't like, did you see how Joanne sat up there and said that I did? It's like you're using that moment to vent, right? But I do think not Stormy, but Kiki could have been very mindful of how she said that information about her cousin. What else? So so Kimmy talks to Kiki or whatever. Then I think Mel ends up getting off the phone. Mel tells Tisha that she wasn't. Listen, I want to let you know, you were not the topic of conversation. Your husband's picture was, though. Yeah, your husband. She was right. Mel was right. It was the husband's photo that was the topic of the conversation. And then at some point, it did get on Tisha, right? But the let's be honest, the entire sleepover was not about no damn Tisha. It was not. Okay, so I don't know why Kimmy went back and said it like that, like Tisha, like that's not what it was. Okay. Stormy says the whole reason you were mentioned was because of your cousin, right? And I'm kind of like, yes and no. Of course, Mel was venting about her experience or whatever, but also Kiki elaborated. So the whole reason why you have more things said about you, or the whole reason you became a thing at the party, was because of your cousin. Right. Not so much as because of what, Mel was venting about. But I mean, it does still look shady. Like, why invite this woman that is Tisha's cousin to your party. We ain't never seen her and nothing else you did before. So why invite her now and open up that engagement or whatnot? And I think Mel did that to show proof that I ain't been the one out here trying to ruin your marriage. I'll let your family tell, the truth on you or whatnot. But, I ain't saying that it's right, girl. I'm just, I'm just saying, y'all already know I'm team no one. I'm team observation and review. So make sure y'all understand that very, very clearly today. Let's go ahead and move on. All right. So then Tisha says, that's interesting, because my thing is, why was my cousin even there at all? Like, my cousin shouldn't have even been there at all, because you and I was friends. I mean, like, the entire time you and I was friends, your cousin was never, my cousin was never your friend. So what's that about? And then Mel says, which I feel like Tisha's lying, honestly. So Mel says, but Tisha, I've known me and Kiki have been cool for a long time. Okay, yeah, y'all is cool, girl, but that don't mean that y'all buddy like that enough for you to invite her to no party. Like, what kind of SHI is that? But I've known her longer than I've known you, right? Yeah, but y'all was never friends when we was friends. Well, this is where I get confused at. It's the sit down that was had at Melody's house where you shared information that you've confirmed that you shared information to Melody about Kiki. But then you turn around and then you sit in this room and you say that, oh, y'all was not friends. Well, then which one is it? And even more so, like, I mean, girl, I'm gonna feel away regardless of who you tell my business to, if I ain't effing with them or whether I am, because that's my business. But it's not clicking, Stephen. It's not for me. It's not clicking. All right. And I'm just trying to get an understanding, people. I'm just trying to get an understanding, because that's not clicking. Basically, she's saying her cousin never been friends like that with Mel until she suddenly had an issue with Tisha. But I feel like they've always been friends, right? Now, granted, I do understand the part about like, well, why you ain't been inviting her to no events? So that part is definitely shady. Gotcha. Okay. But then at the same time, you still felt the need to share your cousin's business with Mel. And her and Mel had been cool. So that debunks your whole statement of saying that y'all were never friends. They obviously was cool enough that Kiki was on her way to Mel's house and decided that she couldn't make it to Mel's house. And then you filled Mel in on what was really going on with her. Help me understand. Something ain't adding up for me, guys. It's not, I'm being so real. It's not. Okay. So Mel says they've always been cool. We talked about that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Mel says we've always been cool and that she knew her before she knew Tisha. And you can't be mad at her being there, nor at who Mel chose to invite. So that's what Mel said. You can't get mad at her being there, nor who I chose to, invite to my party, because it's my party. Okay. So, girl, that is so messy. Kim messy. It was okay. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Let's keep going. Tisha is mad that she was yet again excluded by Mel. Destiny is swinging from friend to friend, carrying bones, and Skinny is trying to distract from them linebackers. Oh my. Let's keep going. Let's get into it. All right. So Tisha says, so Mel says you can't be mad or whatever, or have an issue or whatever. And Tisha said, no, I have an issue with you. And I'm like, but Kimmy was slick. Kimmy was there. Okay. Other people were there. You don't have an issue with no one. I mean, I do understand why she has an issue with Mel. I do. Because it is like, you ain't invite my cousin to X, Y, Z, but you invited her here. All right. Now, here's the other thing, too. I also feel like if Kiki has been invited to things that Mel has done, we would not have seen it. Maybe we would have known if they talked about it, but we have not seen that because they haven't highlighted her on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like they did this time. So I think that's what really hurts Tisha, that not only did you invite her, it's one thing to invite her, but then when you invite this lady, you allow her to say whatever negative thing that she wants to say about me. Okay. But I also kind of slick feel like this, y'all. It ain't no different than how Miss Wanda do. Miss Wanda say a lot of things that Tisha want to say, but she let her mama say it because her mama could take that more, right? So Mel does this thing too, where I felt like the reason she invited her was so that she could say it and Mel don't have to say it. So I don't know, girl. It's messy Kim Boots. And then Tisha says that I have an issue with you bringing up my husband and I in conversations that we're not there to defend ourselves. And I'm like, well, what about the conversations you've had about other people and they weren't there to defend themselves? What about the conversations you've had about what's her name, Kimmy, and Kimmy wasn't there to defend herself? What about the conversations that you have had about Mel and Mel wasn't there to defend herself? What about the conversation that you was having with with Destiny about Mel? And then when Mel got there, Mel didn't say anything. She said something to Destiny. But in that particular conversation, she wasn't there to defend herself. So I just feel like, to me, everybody do the same shit. Regardless of who you is on this show, everybody do the same SHI, period. And then be sitting up here trying to argue, yell, cuss, fight, and all this other stuff. When you do the same, y'all the same BIT. Let's keep going. So Mel says, okay, so you mad at everyone because we all talked about the pig? Tisha said, no, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. I'm like, girl, you're going to have to be mad at Marcel for putting the pig up. But anyway, Mel tells Tisha that they not that important for her to keep talking about her and her husband, right? So this is what Mel said. So now it's Destiny turn. Let me say this. I watched Mel's live and I also put that up on my page. Destiny, I watched Mel's live and Mel put it up. I put it up on my page. So then Mel said something on her live where people came to the show with certain type of energy, or they came to the event with certain type of energy. And how Destiny was kind of like, I guess, Slick doing the most. And the reason why I believe what Melody said about that was when you watch it, you could see the interactions regarding Destiny from the moment that she sits down. It was definitely giving the most energy, making different facials and all this other stuff. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to put that past Destiny. And I'm sure everybody was doing something. But I think a lot of things got edited out. But let's keep going. All right. So Destiny brings up Mel's statement about her not being invited to the party, right? So I guess she wanted to bring in like her New Year with certain people. And then says, your issue with me is that I was talking to your ops, right? This is where I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that because if this is a person that you're going around discussing other people with, it's apparent that you would like to have that friendship back, right? To me, that's how it looked. Why would you then go forward and say that in front of Tisha? Like, why would you even bring that up? You know what I'm saying? It was like you were trying to create some type of, I don't know what you was trying to do, but it just didn't land. Like, I mean, I feel like at the end of the night, it probably landed in the favor that you probably wanted it to go, Destiny. But I'm just like, why would you mention that? But let's keep going. So Mel says that it was more issues than just that. Destiny says, then how do you invite her cousin though? Right. So I did understand Destiny when she said that. She said, you got an issue with me being friends with this person and then saying that I'm dealing with your ops. But then you over here, you gonna invite somebody that's her blood cousin? Why would you invite her blood cousin to an event? But I can't be friends with them. But it's okay for you to be friends with her blood. Like, it don't get no closer than that. But you mad at me. That's when Mel says, yeah, because her cousin never sat up there and had no conversation with me, with her about me. So that's why you wasn't invited. So you could play this whole blood related, whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, Kiki ain't never saying nothing about me to no Tisha, and that didn't get back to me. So that's why you weren't invited. So what's going on? Right? Destiny said, no. Yeah. So Destiny says that Tisha blood though, and then tells her, make it make sense. Make it make sense, girl. Like, she came there with all of this energy. And for me, it was a bit confusing, Destiny. And I'm not, understand, I'm not team nobody. I'm just giving y'all the show from my perspective. I like all of the ladies, okay? For me, it was just it just wasn't adding up. Like, when you went to sit down with Mel, you didn't fully have this energy, right? And maybe you were just at a different headspace and maybe you've grown tired. I don't know. And then you come to the event. It was given to me that you and Tisha had a conversation on how y'all were going to come at this event. And that may not be what it was, but that's just how it looks. Like, yeah, we coming at this event and we for the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Because the way Tisha was like, I got something to say. I don't care about what you talking about, girl. I got to get this out. It was giving, I got to get my point across. It was giving, I got something I got to prove. Like, that's what it was coming off as for me. What else? Mel then says, this is childish. I don't care about you being friends with her. My issue is you being next door to me and you speaking negatively about me. Okay. But Mel, keep it honest. Keep that shit a buck. You do not like Tisha. It is apparent. We do not have to dance around the issue. This BIT does not pay your bills and vice versa. Okay. So if you do not like her, that's okay. But don't sit up here and be fake and say, oh, I don't mind you being friends with her, this and that. Like, nah, I'm gonna tell you straight up, since she here, especially since she disrespected me, I really don't give a fuck about this BIT for real. Okay. Yeah, I did have a problem. Not only was you out there speaking negatively on me, you were speaking negatively on me with a BIT that you know I don't with. You know I'm up and down with this girl. Excuse me. If you want to be friends with her, cool. I ain't got no issue with that. But what you're not finna do is sit up here and have a conversation about me, but then I'm turning around giving you cash apps or PayPals and looking out for you. You got me fucked up. That's what I wanted Mel to say at that moment. Stop playing. Stop doing this. Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. Well, let's call Kiki. Like, let's cut all this out. All right. So let's be real direct. Let's not be indirect. Let's not, when we be in people's faces, be indirect, but then can go on IG Live and be like, well, you know, hey, I don't know why people are just so stupid. Not saying these are not her verbatim words, but I don't know. You know, they just, you know, hey, no, I won't be friends with her. No, I mean, you know, people, they're just really ignorant and they don't see their ways. No, I don't like you. And what's happening with it? And what are you going to change about it? And you a good one, Mel, because I would have sat up there and made sure all the mothers knew why they on this show. Hello? I'm sorry. That's just like, let's not play. Let's not like, let's not like, let's be honest, girl. Let's be honest, okay? All right. I'm not going to sit up here and fake and be like, yeah, you are op. So what you finna, this is what I'm trying to find out. And what are you going to do about it? You are an op. How you doing? What's up? Like, that's the energy she should have came with instead of this energy. I mean, I don't mind you being, I don't care. I don't think about you guys enough. I don't know. We not doing that, bro. We not doing that. I don't with you. I don't, girl. And you gonna know that today if you ain't know it any other day. Like, what we talking about? We ain't gotta talk. Like, you don't help me. But if anything, I helped you. Let's talk about it. Not granted, she shouldn't be throwing it up in people's face, but at the same time, girl, you're not gonna come at me and think I'm not gonna son if I got both of y'all up here. Like, we're gonna talk about the things. Hello? You're on this show because of who? You're on this show because of who? Who brought you into the fold? Oh, okay, yeah, let's talk about it. So if any of you hosts want to ever fix your mouth to say anything about me, okay? I hate to say it, but I would not have minded a bit of Shawnee O'Neal. Thank you for your services. Hello? All right? You BITs up here talking about me. BIT, you need to be appreciate me. Okay? Girl, I'm just saying. But, you know, that's the thing that I didn't really like. Like, Mel, let's not be fake about it. Like, I mean, you don't like these ladies. You don't with them. You know, so just say that I don't mind you being friends with her, but Mel was telling the truth about it. Like, yeah, I just didn't want you to be in the room speaking negatively on me. Yes, that's fact. But let's get the rest of the truth out, which is, yes, she is an op. Let's not hide it now. We know, girl, honestly, we've been known that. We've known that since season 1, whenever y'all fell out. She's been an op, period, for a very long time. Even when y'all tried to come back together, it was fake. It was forced. So now you can actively say that and just be honest. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to be as rude about it as I was, but you could have just been like, yeah, like, she is considered an op to me. What else is happening? And I would have said it and not even looked at her or acknowledged her. She is an op. What else is happening? You are being disrespectful. You were being negative. Absolutely. You were talking about me. Absolutely. Yeah. Can you count on your finger how many times I've discussed you in a negative manner with somebody? No, let's talk about that. No, let's talk about the facts. Like, let's get into it. Right. Like, let's do that. If you're gonna be the forerunner, like, girl, lead. What else? What else? So Destiny says, what did I say? Tisha, like, what did she say? Ain't nobody even talking to you, ma'am. So Mel says that she doesn't care. The ladies wouldn't let her. Oh, I feel like the ladies won't let her get a word in. To me, I just feel like Mel was trying to talk. They both was like coming at Miss Girl barely could say what she needed to say. Then Mel says, and I was like, I'm here for it. Check a BIT. I was even here for Tisha standing up. Not even gonna lie. So when Mel said, BIT, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to her. I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to her. I'm not even BIT. I'm a BIT. I I'm not gonna be your BIT. So, Miss Girl had to stand up. Okay, Miss Tisha, I'm not gonna be your BIT. That's what we not gonna do, girl. Okay, I don't know who you think you talking to. All right, you been a whole lot of running off at the mouth. Okay, girl, I got my kicks on because I'm ready to kick a BIT. So what's up? Okay. Period. I was like, well, stand up then, Tisha. Stand up. Okay. Look like both of y'all standing up. Okay. Stand up to each other because y'all been holding on to a lot of aggression and y'all need to get it out. So let's get into it. All right, there you go, Kimmy. Mel, listen, no, Mel, you can't. No, we have to, wait a minute. We have to respect each other. What? We have to respect each other. Mel, you can't go around and you can't say that. You can't do, Mel. Oh, you gonna sit up here and try to come at me and try to tell me what it is that I can say, but she can sit up here and say, girl, like, well, no, when you came, I checked her. What did you, sit down, Kimmy. Sit down, baby, because you was trying, but you wasn't. But you know what? I saw you, though, Kimmy. I saw you. You know, I like you. But I saw you. And a lot of what I saw when you were sitting at that table was a lot of chuckling, was a lot of laughing, was a lot of facials. Now, had Mel not said that you actually stood up and tried to check everybody, I would have been looking at you a bit sideways. Okay? Which I was, because that's what you were giving. What is all of the laughing, all of the chuckles, maybe because it was real time and you couldn't believe it was happening. I don't know. Let's keep going. Okay, so Kimmy steps in. Mel says, don't have me around. Oh, this was interesting too. So Mel says, okay, but then don't have me around people. Okay, this gonna make me act like this. Like, if that's the case, like, don't have me around these folks if they're gonna make me act like this. But let me tell you something, Mel. What you're not finna do is sit up here and start icing out who all you're going to be filming with. Because that's not going to be entertaining at all. You know, I already iced out Martell. You don't want to film with him. I do not want to see, we can see Kimmy over here with Tisha and Kimmy over here with Destiny or such and such over here with Destiny. Like, nah, girl, you're going to have to, what did your person tell you? Self-control? I feel like you exercised it as much as you could that night. You really did. I'm going to give you that. But what you're not going to do is go back to Carlos and them and be like, I don't want to film with this person, that person, that person. We're not doing that. So figure out a workaround, dear. What else going on? So Mel says that she hates when she has a combo with Destiny and Tisha always chimes into the combo. Like, I'm not even talking to you. Right. So I agree. And the reason why I agree with that of every time she tries to hop into the conversation, it takes me back to what I said a while ago when they were in the studio. And Tisha tells Destiny, well, that's unfortunate because I never wanted you guys not to be friends. No, that's exactly what you wanted. You don't want to ever be out there on that island by yourself no more. So that's exactly what you wanted. Right. And you need somebody, in my opinion, like Destiny, that's going to be strong minded, somebody that's going to be able to say the things that you may not want to say. You're not always hanging with your mama. Right. So you need another good girl that you can hang with that don't mind getting with somebody. And I feel like, yeah, Tisha was a fighter, according to her cousin. But you also got to understand this. Tisha has also grown out of that, and she has become conditioned to I want to say suppressing like how she really is. You know what I'm saying? She's grown to be a completely different person. Yeah, everybody can get back to who they were, but that's not who Tisha is for real. And she would much rather, because she is a woman that has things to lose, she would much rather hang with somebody that can do those things for her. And that person also, in my opinion, hyped her up. So Miss Girl got on her, hey, what's up? Now, I ain't gonna say I'm mad at it 100%, girl, because Tisha, you've been getting sunned, girl. So if you got to stand up on a BIT, stand up on them. All right, stand up on them. All right. But you know, when that woman come back at you, just be ready for it, girl. Okay, because it's not gonna be one-sided. Just be ready. What else? So, yeah, okay. Destiny staring. Oh, did y'all catch that? Destiny sitting over there staring at Melody, like with this grin on her face. And it was a bit awkward for me because I felt like, Destiny, you wanted this. That's what you wanted. That is what you wanted, huh? It was entertaining, BIT. I'm not gonna lie. Very entertaining, but it was the grin on the face. And maybe they caught her grin at a completely separate time, right? But Destiny came with some weird energy. I definitely believe that from the looks that I was making sure I checked out everybody's like facials, like trying to see what they was giving. And Destiny definitely had some different type of going on for sure. Kimmy, I love you. but you were giving me something interesting as well. Okay. Definitely was side-eyeing you as well. All right. And it's crazy to me, Kimmy. And I'm gonna say that it was because Melody was closest to you. But when Tisha jumped up, you ran to Mel. No, you should have ran to your motherfucking sister-in-law, because she the one that jumped up. All right. Now, granted, Miss Mel may have called her a BIT, but Mel stayed in that seat. So you should have ran around that table and got your girl. All right. And I also kind of, I don't know, some part of me made me feel like that says a lot within itself. Not a negative thing about Kimmy, but it makes me feel like she would much rather see Mel not get out of control versus seeing Tisha make a fool of her damn self. But anyway, good luck. Let's go ahead and see what else ended up taking place. So Stormy chimes in. Storms. Stormy asked a question, and Destiny is not. So Stormy chimes in. She wants to ask Destiny a question, like, "Yo, what happened? What took place? Like, I want to know." Destiny is having an issue with Stormy. Okay, Destiny wasn't willing to answer any of Stormy's questions. All right, now Stormy really asked Destiny these questions because she already got the answer from Mel. She wanted to get Destiny's perspective. Now, in my opinion, now Destiny may not know this, which is why Destiny was like, ask Mel, but I'm asking you though. But now you need to ask Mel, but I'm asking you though. But now you need to ask Mel. That's your friend. She's sitting right next to you, girl. You need to ask her. Don't ask me a mother thing, but I'm asking you though. But it's cool. Nah, bitch, I got you. Right? I feel like not Destiny, but Stormy was actually coming from a place to me where she wasn't really trying to get in the middle of their drama or anything. I felt like Stormy was coming to a place of, well, hey, I'm like a kind of like an unbiased person here. Like everybody else is filmed together. Y'all may know more of the nuances or whatnot. So maybe I could chime in and just get her perspective, because I honestly already know Mel's, and maybe I can help bring y'all back together in some sort, right? Because that's what it sounded like Stormy was trying to do. She was trying to pull out of Destiny what the issue was in comparison to, Mel or whatnot. So that's what it was given for me. I don't think that she came out trying to go at Destiny like that. You know what I'm saying? But those are just my thoughts. All right. So then what else happened? Oh, I said Stormy seemed like she was coming from a place trying to see if she could help them mend fences more than what Kimmy was doing with these facials and the laughing as the ladies were arguing. All right. Now, Stormy, you did say something. Okay. Stormy, you said Melody doesn't talk about y'all at all. Like ever. Like Mel doesn't talk about y'all. Stormy, you a lie. You a lie, baby. And that's okay. But you lied. We have on camera more than one instance where Mel has sat with you and discussed them. So don't lie. Okay. I understand you want to be a ride or die friend, whatever that is. And that's cute. But let's be honest, girl. You could have just left that out, girl. You should have just omitted that statement. Like, okay, then, girl, I was just trying to help y'all out, but you ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? But girl, you lied here, and it's okay. What else? Like I said, she definitely has discussed them. We have proof of that. You already know that. So cut that out. All right. She may not speak on them often, but she has spoken on them. Now, this is what else I want you to be okay with, Stormy. Melody said a while ago that when she's done filming, she likes to retreat and take a break from everybody. So when she does that and she retreats from you, I want you to be okay with that. All right. I just want to say that I don't want to see you up here trying to be arguing and feeling no way like the other ladies been feeling, because guess what? The same feeling Destiny got, Tisha had that same feeling. When Mel slowly stopped talking to her, like, I haven't talked to Mel. I wanted to talk to Mel. Yeah, that's probably because Mel sit back, she watched the season or whatever. And I feel like she really had definitely on camera. We witnessed this. We saw what was going on, reason as to not to really rock with Tisha. Okay. Destiny, this is all he say, she say. or she say, we haven't fully seen the real reasoning. Like, we haven't witnessed it for our own eyes. We only heard as to why, they're not talking. But Mel also says she falls back from everybody, right? So there's going to come a time where she's going to fall back from you. And it's probably not going to mean anything. She just need that space. But I don't want to hear you up here complaining saying, I haven't talked to Mel and she don't hear me out no more. And I don't want to hear none of that, girl. Thank you so much, Phil, for the super chat. Love you back. Kimmy has always treated Mel differently from Tisha. I think Kimmy comes for everyone, but Mel, I don't think Stormy was unbiased. Stormy could have said, Mel told me her side, tell me yours. She could have, but I feel like she was trying to continue to put up that front, like, oh, well, Mel doesn't discuss y'all, because if she would have said that, it would have confirmed, and it would have confirmed that Mel does discuss them, and it also would have made Mel look bad with if Destiny would have said, so wait a minute, you mad at me for talking with Tisha about a situation at the reunion, but you can go and talk to go and talk to Stormy about me. See what I'm saying? So I feel like that's one of the reasons why she didn't keep it 100 in that. What's also interesting is I also posted Stormy's live, and Stormy said that she really was taken aback by Destiny's actions towards her, because I guess Destiny was hosting an event or something and needed a sponsor, and I think she was trying to get Stormy to donate or sponsor like $15,000 or a few thousands of dollars or something like that. And it's like Stormy was kind of feeling like, now wait a minute, Suanne, like, girl, you was just up here asking me to be a sponsor or donate for something, and then now you want to sit up here and jump bad with me or whatever like that. Like, what kind of stuff is that? Right? So she was, I'm just telling y'all what Stormy said. Y'all can go watch for yourself, but that was Stormy said. She was feeling away about Miss Destiny coming for her. And I think that, I don't know if that's what, I ain't gonna say that's what Destiny, I'm not gonna say Destiny did not intend to do that, but she definitely was just really upset with Mel. Definitely was upset with Mel and directed that energy at Stormy. And I think she also looked at it as, I got me and my homegirl, and it looked like me and my homegirl against y'all too. And I think that's probably how she could have taken it. What else? Oh yeah. I also wanted to add this. Production. I want everybody to get money. I do. Can we drop Tiffany and Lewis? I barely even, Tiffany, I forgot she was there. Okay. I barely knew Miss Girl was in the building. Okay. She only swooped in to grab somebody, and we appreciate you, but that definitely should have been security's job. Can we make her friend of the show and probably pick up Stormy and her husband? I know a lot of people may not like that because they don't like her dialect or her vernacular or whatnot, but can we make that happen? Because I definitely feel like Stormy's going to have more going on. I feel like Stormy's going to be more transparent. I mean, hell, she was transparent as hell in that hour live that she dropped. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm just, just a request. Do what you want. Anyway, so Mel says she wants to speak with Destiny about the friendship that they had. Destiny says, this is what Destiny said, had. Okay, so she feels away. Like, BIT, let's not be surprised or shocked. Mel told you what it was and told you to keep your prayers a while ago. So I don't even know why you feeling away about the term had, okay? Now, I will say this, because Kimmy says, oh no, we're not going to do that. And Destiny said, girl, we're not going to do it. She said, we're not going to do that. Okay, now let this girl talk or whatever. So what it was giving me is this. When the smoke cleared, they made a decision to say, hey, we're going to allow everybody to talk. That's what it was given. Okay. The ladies were making a decision to allow people to talk, and without interruption. That's what I believe took place. And when Destiny said the word had and did her eyes, Kimmy said, we're not going to do that. Now, for me, I felt like it wasn't a big deal for her to say had, but I ended up rewinding it because, of course, I'm taking my notes. And I said, oh, I get it. This is a jump cut. Like, y'all edited this and y'all came to a conclusion that this is now how you all are going to operate. But Destiny interrupted that moment. So while everybody was giving the flack to Stormy for interrupting, when in all honesty, Stormy really didn't even interrupt, especially when Tisha and Mel was going back and forth. That was more so Destiny. Right. And here's another thing I'm going to let you know, for a lot of y'all to act like y'all didn't hear it. When Kimmy said that, checked Destiny, and it was time for Mel to talk, Mel says, I'm good. Mel did not want to continue to talk to Destiny. Right? So when she says that, Stormy agrees with her and says, yeah, I let it go after that. Right? That's what happened. It wasn't that Stormy just jumped in and said something like da-da-da-da-da. She was agreeing with her friend. And honestly, she wasn't even talking to Destiny. She was just like, yeah, I'll let it go after that. Like, all right, girl, because Mel said, I'm good. Like, I don't even want to talk. And I felt like I understood why Mel didn't want to talk, because it was like, listen, the more I say something, she's going to interrupt because she's not going to like what I'm saying. But meanwhile, the whole time wanting to get to the bottom of the situation. So what are we doing here? All right. What else happened? So Destiny says, but you not Melody, let her speak. And I'm like, well, had you not been doing the most, Destiny, you actually would have heard her speak. She said that she didn't want to talk to you. That one Mel said, y'all can go back and press rewind and pause and stop in slow motion as you wish. But I'm just telling y'all what she said. Okay. So, what else happened? Oh, this was the other thing. And maybe I answered my own question as I'm thinking about it. So my question was this for Destiny. Why are you jumping bad with Stormy for, I guess hopping in, but you didn't say nothing to Kimmy? If anything, you agree with Kimmy and that Kimmy was right. Maybe it was because, and this is me answering my own question. Maybe this is because, I was going to say, maybe this is because, I just saw somebody comment, made me lose my thought. But maybe it's because Kimmy is, she was a host or something like that. Maybe that's why you was like, okay. Maybe because you got a better rapport with Kimmy. I don't know. But Kimmy was checking you, but Stormy wasn't checking you. Stormy was talking to Mel. And she was like, yeah, I let it go after that. Like, all right, cool. Okay. So obviously there were more things that were happening, but they chopped up a lot. What else ended up happening? Oh, yeah. I was just saying, I know Stormy got poor vernacular or whatever, but I really don't think that she meant any harm by any of that. What else happened? So Destiny and Stormy started going back and forth, acting like fourth graders, back and forth, whatever they were saying. And then Destiny stands up, and Stormy is ready for her at this point. Okay. I can't even remember what all was happening. Destiny said something like, no, Stormy said, you wish it was me or something like that. And then Destiny says, yeah, I'm sure I do. You, yeah, you're right, or whatever. And I'm just cracking up because I'm like, this is so elementary. It's not even high school. It's really elementary. And I'm just cracking the hell up. Now, Stormy, I will say that line of, girl, you jealous or you wish it was me, that falls flat. I don't think that applies to everybody, but I think based on where you come from or based on how you've grown up and you telling some of your story, I think a lot, and you being bullied and stuff, and you rose to the success that you have. I think that you have adopted that idea that a lot of people may be jealous of you, based on where you were versus where you are. I don't think that's the case with Destiny. I think she was just aggravated and she threw some of that energy your way. Right? Because Destiny was like, you want to hear? Or something like that. They was arguing. She was like, you want to hear what was said? And Stormy was like, yeah, I want to hear what to say. But if you shut the hell up and let her talk, like she could talk. Right? And yeah, they was just going back and forth. Like it was ignorant. It was stupid. Battling back and forth, child. But, I just gave y'all a long review, letting you all know my thoughts about the situation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't team nobody. I have to keep saying that because people keep thinking you're teams of people, and that's not the case. Just watching the show like you all watch it and you form your thoughts. And if I don't apply, let it fly and fly on to somebody else's channel that suits your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's that. There's that. I do think quite a few people came and they were on some BS for sure. Absolutely. I don't think Stormy did anything wrong. A lot of people feel like she was talking too much. She was out of line. She was this and that. And it's like, so y'all mean to tell me, let's be honest now. Y'all mean to tell me that lady was doing too much, but Tisha and Destiny wasn't doing too much, yelling at Mel, not allowing her to get a word in? Y'all gonna have to make that make sense for me. Y'all gonna have to. And Kimmy came out better inviting Kiki to the event. Had she known Mel wasn't gonna do nothing but call her on three-way anyway. I don't get the shock with the past tense description of the friendship. That's crazy. The whole world knows you are no longer friends, right? And that applies to Destiny and Tisha. Who that? She didn't say nothing when Tisha was interrupting her and Mel. Who that? Mel didn't want to be Destiny's friend last season. Y'all funny. Y'all is funny. So I'm probably gonna come back later, guys, and go live. Well, I'm gonna do my Real Housewives of Atlanta review, of course, later on today. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go live after that, or maybe on that same live. I'm gonna do call-ins because I don't have the time to do it now. But I'm gonna do call-ins later where we can talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Marriage Huntsville, so y'all can also share your thoughts. Okay. On this situation a little later on today. Yes, people acted like Tisha didn't have an attitude and came at Mel at the reunion. I'm so confused. Left my ass out something not being said, bruh. Yeah, Tisha definitely, she didn't want them to be friends. And then gonna sit up there this year talk about some damn I didn't want that at the studio. I don't want you guys not to be friends. But why, when Mel talking to or addressing the issue with Destiny at the reunion, you over there rolling your eyes and stuff? Like, you don't want them to be friends. Talking about Mel don't know how to be a good friend and this and that. It was like you were continuing to make that impression into Destiny. Right? That's what you were doing, because you needed somebody on your side, because you're not cool with Kimmy. And now you found your way, your way to get in with Destiny. That's what you were doing. You know what you was doing. It's okay. You play dumb, but you're not. Period. Let's see what else you guys got before I go. Oh yeah, she did say that. She did say that in the thing that she was mocking her accent. She did. I thought Stormy was doing too much initially, but I get that it was chopped and screwed. Yeah. I thought she was probably going to be doing too much too. I really did. But then when I watched it, I was like, the lady didn't really say a whole lot. Like, she really didn't. She really didn't say a whole lot to me. I don't think so. And the line that people obviously have overlooked was Mel saying she was good, so she didn't want to talk. So that's the only thing that really got stuff started, was when Stormy said, "Yeah, I just leave it at that." Like, I just leave it at that. And then that's when Destiny got mad and wanted to jump bad. Kimmy is messy with this get together, and will be messy whenever she does her grown son's housewarming party. What else? Why does Kimmy need to host her grown son's housewarming party? He's grown. Yikes. Oops. Maybe finally hearing it that direct from her may have caused the reaction. Okay. I thought when Stormy said, "You wish it were me," she was saying where I'm at right now. Destiny isn't, but she wish she was. I think it could be both. Based on, like, cause she told Destiny, she said, "BIT, you don't have enough to come at me." I said, girl, okay, you don't have enough to come at me. Oh wow. What? How did we get here? Now, granted, when it come to throwing them hands, girl, it don't matter what you got. Just had them hands. Like, it don't matter what you got. I think Mel is still in recovery from a broken marriage and broken friendships. Tisha is trying to show herself in a different light and hold on to her marriage. They need each other. You think so? You think they need each other? I just don't like how Tisha lied to throw Kiki under the bus to protect Kimmy. Kimmy is the one who ran and told Tisha, but Tisha made it seem like Kiki threw Mel under the bus. Fake his. Stormy was talking about her financial success. Check out Stormy's live. Then you will understand exactly what she meant. Kimmy is a bone carrier. Not the messy Delta, girl. I can't. I cannot. Tisha tried to continue that narrative when Miss Wanda and Kimmy both stated they even thought Tisha and Mel were back good / cool. Okay. Are you guys going to come back later when I go live so we can chit chatty patty about it? Because I want to hear you guys' live thoughts. Definitely want to do that. I hate I don't have the full time to do it now, guys. So please forgive me.
Friend groups discuss each other because they relate to each other. There is a difference when we are talking within a friendship group and talking about a friend like a dog. Tisha and Mel, we're trying. You meant to say trying to be cool again last season. Gotcha. Why bring up someone who wasn't even there? I don't blame Mel for calling Kiki to get what the F was said. Honey, good luck. All right. Child, that's what they be doing. They be bringing up folks. They be bringing up folks stuff, be talking about it and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. Want to be entertainment, I guess, child. I don't even care about all these lives. Don't appear on a show where you have no control over editing. I think that's always going to be the battle with editing, because so many people go on to social media and complain about how they're shown. And I actually like the lives because it does fill in some of the blanks for us to know what was happening in that moment. Because a lot of times we would love for them to give us like behind the scenes information or whatnot. And they won't. Not all the time. Sometimes they'll drop like some things over on like the YouTube channel or whatnot of the network, but not all the time. So I kind of like when they fill in some of the blanks for us. What else? I think that could be it, you guys. I think that could be it. Please make sure you like the video. We had like 500 people in the chat. So make sure you like the video. I hope you all enjoyed the video very, very much. But yeah, that back and forth between Stormy and Destiny was funny and so unnecessary. It was, because it seemed like Stormy was getting hooder and hooder, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, you want to be like me? Yeah, what's up, girl? It was just comical. And Destiny's responses and reactions had me cracking the fuck up. Like, yeah, that's what it is, girl. That's what it is, girl. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's good to know. I was like, oh, baby. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Child, this right here was a mess. Hold on, what? If they don't like Mel so much, why do they give up when she cuts them off? They obviously don't genuinely like each other. So for me, it's you give me distance. I'm okay with it. We'll catch up later. Right. I understand that aspect of where Mel coming from. Sometimes when you take a break from people, they think that it's something about them. And I think that it is something about you. It's something about you internally that you need to work on, that you feel as though my absence is a threat to you when it's not. A lot of times it ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay? 99% of the time it don't. All right, maybe 95 for some people. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good. Just continue, I guess, to reach out and just like, hey, just checking on you, making sure you good. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with doing that. You ain't got to talk to them every day, but I guess it just depends on the level of the friendship too. Because Destiny felt like they talked all the time. And whenever Mel want to talk to her, she'll call her. When she just started to see the drift, she started to see her drift away from her. And it became a problem. And I think that's another reason why Destiny kind of went off on Stormy. It kind of came at her the way she did. Because I don't think Stormy was really... She really do nothing. Except for that one time when she told Mel, like, yeah, I would just let it go. I think I don't know if it was like coming off a bit jealous. Maybe that, you're still friends with my friend and I'm not. And I know y'all be discussing me, so, there's that. Yeah. All right, guys. I love you all much. Love you all very, very much. I thank you all so much for joining me and for, being on this live. Girl, we've been on here for a long time. I really wasn't expecting that. Expecting us to be on this long. All right. But I do appreciate you all. I hope that you all have liked the video. Hopefully you all have subscribed to the channel if you have yet to do so. Be sure to share the videos. All right. If you would like to catch me, you can catch me over on Instagram or Twitter. Jamie, that's me is the name. And also I'm going to go live a little later today. I'm thinking maybe probably like 5 o'clock, 5, 6, 7, somewhere up in here. I'm going to go live and do my Real Housewives of Atlanta review. And then on the back of that review, we're probably going to
do some calls for Real Housewives of Atlanta, as well as Love and Marriage Huntsville, to go ahead and get it out the way. Because I was going to do another live later on, but I'm like, well, that's just too many. Anyway. You feel me? Y'all will get it. All right. So like I said, go ahead and like the video, all that other great stuff. Leave your additional comments down below in the comment box. I thank you all so much. And I am going to catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.